Saturday night, people. Saturday night. Well, Saturday night here in the UK. Saturday what? What in USA? Saturday what?
Evening.
Saturday
Evening.
evening, early
Yes.
evening out in the US, and Saturday what in like no, midwest of England.
Same thing, man. Same
You
thing.
mans are different. No, you mans are different up there. People,
Yeah,
welcome to the Cooling Khan
trenches.
Show. You already know Saturday night means one and one thing only. It's the Cooling Khan Show. Call in to listen, to speak, to give your opinions, speak on your clubs. It's the only place to be on a Saturday night. People, very welcome. All I ask of you before you start moaning and groaning and celebrating and bigging it up and cussing other teams and whatever you start doing, hit a like. We respect your opinions, but only if you hit a like. Otherwise, that means you've disrespected us. And we may disrespect you back. So hit that like up, and then we can spread the gospel and spread the word to the people then. I see you. I see you puffing on that. Colonel, whoa, football's mad. Football's mad, Colonel. Football is mad. Tell me, tell me what you're telling me.
After I watched all the games, I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna have to listen to Grizz always. Man said football is a humbler. Some teams got humbled today still. Other teams humbled other teams as well. Because right now, bro, I think it's a 2-horse race. I'm gonna say it right now. It's a 2-horse race. If you think it's a 3-horse race, you're delusional. You're living in the past.
What?
Yeah, it's a 2-horse race, man. Hey, Bilal, big up to you as well. I see you repping the kit in that. Welcome to the race. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, welcome to the race. So wait, hold on. I think Bilal wants to know, and I think I definitely want to know. You're saying it's a 2-horse race. What do you mean by that?
The two teams that won today, man. What are you saying? You think? Listen, we can't go off the path. Oh, City can do this, City can do that, bro. Chelsea had them in at the sword. I'm just saying, Chelsea, you know, of all teams. Nah, bro. It's a 2-horse race, man.
We're gonna get into it, but Chelsea should have been 2-3 goals clear by the end of that. Before Man City came back and charged back. But of course, we got Bilal as well. Bilal a couple of months ago exited all WhatsApp groups, went off social media, stopped making content. Now he's back. I wonder why. What's up, Bilal? What's up?
Listen, sometimes, man, this team that I support, just I got to take a break. Sometimes I got to just step away. Like even was it end of December period, my head was gone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy to claim it as well. I don't care what anyone says. I am an Arsenal fan, and yes, I think I am the most reactionary fan you'll ever find, and I'm very happy to be on that way. I don't care. But with Arsenal Football Club, it's one of them ones like going. Obviously, what happened last season, seeing the way the team just choked it in the end. Yeah, we had injuries, etc. But still, some of the games didn't matter if you had injuries, you should win them. And then this season, you know, before that break, you know, when we lost, obviously, you guys in the FA Cup, like, yeah, heads were gone. Heads were gone. I'm not gonna lie, but these last, is it 5 games now? That's all I want. That's all I want. This is the best form I've seen us, like, not just form, performance-wise. This is the most complete I've seen us play.
Complete. Yeah. You look like a serious team, like defensively, midfield-wise. Yeah. Up front, there was questions, but you're putting 5s and 6s away and 4s. You're looking a real deal.
Yeah, and that was a strength last season, where obviously we don't have that. We don't have Erling Haaland. We don't have Kylian Mbappe. We don't have Mohamed Salah, who's gonna fully, 100% they're gonna be bagging every single week. But what we did have was just unpredictability. You didn't know who was going to score for Arsenal. It could have been last season Xhaka. It could have been Odegaard. It could have been Saka. It could have been Martinelli. Could have been Jesus or Trossard, whoever's playing up front. And we lost that for a large part of this season. It's very hard to watch, to be honest. That first part of the season for Arsenal, where there were many games. Yes, a lot of the times we're even winning, obviously, to even still be in this position right now. But the performances, it's like, we haven't clicked into gear. We're not really creating proper chances. But this last few games, as I said, since we've come back from the break, and I think obviously now, as I'm not even going to gas up Havertz because I don't rate him still, but what he's been doing with him and Trossard in terms of the movement, in terms of just the just taking defenders out of their position. It's very hard to mark. And then you have Saka, honestly, that guy is unbelievable. Oh, an unbelievable player. Today, his second goal, right foot, roof of the net. Like, we've seen him do it before, but it's one of them ones. He just every single week takes on more responsibility, takes on more pressure. Same Martin Odegaard as well. So, listen, as I said, I'm happy with what I've seen the last few weeks. Heads were gone previously, but
Heads are back.
I like being positive. And with Man City, all I've got to say is hold that.
They could have held more, to be honest with you, as we said. We're going to get into it, or maybe we're not. I don't know. People can talk about what they want to talk about. I'm just setting the show up, people. There's 150 of you guys camped in nice and early. Smash up that like button, man. We should have over 50 likes already, realistically. Come on. I haven't checked, but I'm going to check in a minute. Bilal, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Maybe you want to bring up the league table as it stands, because then we can tuck in. But Colonel, obviously we started the day off with a whole heap of trepidation, nervousness, fear, all of that thing, because Brentford away is a nasty ground for us. We haven't won there. We've held 6 there in the last 2 games. Do you know what I mean? What was your mood like? I don't know if you watched the preview last night. Last night we revved it up a little bit. We motivated it up nice, and we went into the game positive. And you know what? It looks like Klopp and the team listened to the pre-match carnage from last night.
No, I wasn't able to check in last night. Head was kind of gone last night, to be fair.
Happens. I know you.
Because I'm trying to tell the man them to go in it neutral, you know, just going at the normal level. You know what I'm saying? The man was trying to overgas Callahan, that talking about, you know, the greatest number 2 goalkeeper in the world. Then they scale it back to the Prem. And I'm like, bro, the man is okay. He's reliable. There was some injury woes going into it, and even coming out of it, some more injury woes. So I'm kind of just like, yo, it's a job. I don't care how we get the job done. Check that box. 3 points, job done. I don't care how dirty it looks. I don't care if we get out of there with, you know, missing a leg, barely crawl out of that battlefield. Just get out of there with the win. I don't care how we win that fight. We'll worry about the other fights to come. This fight there. So I kind of like it. I think it was a cool performance. We grew into that game nicely, man. And coming out of it with the 3 points is good. But now we're going to have to check the wounded, see who can go again. It's good to see Salah coming back. I'm not going to say look a little fat or nothing like that, but you know what I'm saying?
Fat Salah, yeah? It showed a bit of strength to some of his movements today,
you naughty, you naughty. We're 9 minutes in the naughty. You lit up a fire already. Yeah, you light up a fire already.
I'm not saying man's fat, but man didn't really have the 6-pack printing out, like, you know. I saw a little punch. That's all I'm saying. I'm like,
we're talking about the king here, bro. The king was magnificent in that second 45. Bilal, I don't know if he was doing enemy watch in that early morning kickoff.
Of course, I was hating.
What we make of it?
At the beginning, man, I was saying Thomas Frank ball. They were balling. They're doing those little crosses. They're doing the, it's like just like some weird Brexit sort of.
Yeah. The tactics are mad. Do you know what I call them? You know what I call them? I call them the sophisticated Burnley of Dutch area. They're the sophisticated version.
Bit of IQ.
Yeah.
But again, the 2 up front for me. Tony, to be honest, I clicked off after 3-0, so I saw that he scored. I haven't seen the goal, but I saw enough in those 3-0s. Ivan Toney, don't you dare think you're coming to Arsenal, mate. Yes, keep your backside at Brentford or go somewhere else.
You're not doing that.
I'm not trying to see that. Man can't run in behind. Man running behind, getting caught up in 1 second. Nah, allow all of that. Malpe as well, not doing much there. But yeah, the first 15 minutes or so, I just had a bit of hope for them, because the thing is with Liverpool, every single game, well, not every single, but most games I've watched you guys play, you haven't started off quick at all. Even when you played against Arsenal, all 3 games, we started off so quick against you guys. You guys take a minute to start, which is kind of not what you think about a Klopp side, but you grow into the game. And then obviously, I was worried. I was sitting downstairs and I'm like, listen, if they get the thing with Liverpool, I need Brentford to score first, because the problem with Liverpool, I know if they get one, the second one's coming in a second as well. Like, it's going to go 1-2, boom, boom. And it's just going to be a dead game. Conor Bradley, what is going on here?
Talk to me.
What's going on here? I'm not happy about
it. What do you see now? What do you see?
What do you see? What's going on? I thought Trent was finished. I thought these guys, I thought the fullbacks are finished. All of a sudden, I'm seeing Conor Bradley. He's trying to do outside the foot, bottom right. I'm not.
He's a Mazza, you know. He's a Mazza.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that at all, to be honest. With this Conor, I got Darwin Núñez running in 1-on-1. I'm thinking, listen, anyone's gonna miss. If there's 2 humans in the world, 1-on-1. 3 humans. I think are gonna miss when they go 1-on-1. That's Darwin Núñez, Kai Havertz, and Timo Werner. Players I always look at, right? And I'm thinking, Darwin Núñez, surely you got something for me. He turns into Lionel Messi. I'm like, come on, what is this? I haven't seen
Darwin Núñez, you know.
Yeah. So, like, to be fair, the first and third goals, if you're Brentford and you're looking at that and you look back at it, they're going to be disappointed the way they conceded those goals. But for Liverpool, listen, it's a great win. The only issue is obviously Diogo Jota. I'm not sure how bad the injury is. Obviously got stretched off. Mohamed Salah comes back. We know he's a type of player who, obviously, touch wood for him, he rarely gets injured anyway. So as long as he stays fit, Liverpool will keep on firing, especially up front. But yeah, the injury situation for Liverpool may be the only concern. But yeah, Brentford today, they started off well. But as I said, Liverpool, as of late, when I watch them, they don't start quick anyway. So it's one of those, and you've got to take your chance when you get it. They didn't take it. Liverpool took over. Easy win in the end. And as I said, I haven't seen the last 2 goals of that game. I started watching Saudi horse racing. I started watching Saudi motorsports. And then I clicked onto Napoli and I said, Liverpool, listen, go away, man. They go away. Let me focus on Arsenal.
people talking about the 3 strikers that you said. What about your boy?
I even forgot about him, man. I even forgot. It's one of them ones. Players that are injured. I forgot. Listen, see my guy Leandro Trossard.
He's your guy. Okay, your guy Leandro Trossard.
You guys, you Liverpool guys know about Leandro Trossard. Yeah, you guys, I know because you told me.
No, we know.
My guy, he don't sleep. He's a zombie.
He's nasty.
I don't know. Left foot, right foot. I don't know what he's gonna do. But as soon as he opens a bit of space for himself, it's mad. It's mad.
No, I'm not gonna lie. He's cold.
Yeah. So hopefully, when Jesus is fit, right, Arteta doesn't do what he did like last season, where he just hooks Trossard out the team. Because even last season, when Trossard came into the team, the guy was getting, even if he didn't score, he was getting assists, he was contributing. But obviously, Jesus is the big name, he's a big money player.
Yeah, Trossard's always there, man. He's just always involved in goals or pre-assists or assists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like him in the middle,
I think he's very disrespected and underrated. Indian Scousers, big up Grizz on the panel. Smash the likes, guys. Over 200 of you guys in here now. We need some likes. Subscribe if you have, and I'm sure you have. Quasi is in the building. Guys, the studio is full. I'm looking upon you guys right now. The studio is full tonight. It's a full house on Saturday night, Colonel. But we already knew that. What's the most significant result of the day then today? Arsenal was expected to smash up Burnley. We were expected to suffer at Brentford. And Man City was supposed to tuck away Chelsea. And then we haven't even mentioned Spursy doing the Spursy. Like, what is going on this weekend? Like, Spurs, after all of that, losing to Wolves at home. There's a whole heap of madness in it, Colonel. What's going on?
You know, I'm gonna judge it when the callers them come in, because you know me and you, Grizz. Like, if Liverpool is up, I mean, even though we're up right now, and some Liverpool fans are still skeptical, saying it's City's to lose and all that good stuff, I say it's Liverpool to lose. But if you're an Arsenal fan, Bill, maybe you can chime in on this. You have to play City away, bro. And if you beat City, you stay ahead of City. So wouldn't it be fair to say it's Arsenal's to throw away as well? Just like the way I'm saying it's Liverpool's to throw away. Because people are saying it's City to lose, City's league to lose. Bro, we have to play them. If we beat them, we'll stay ahead of them. Arsenal beat them, or Arsenal stay ahead of them. What you see today, bro, you don't think your team can put City to the sword and hold them off?
Yeah, man. I think we can do it, to be honest. You know what it is with Man City? Like, that's the reason my head was gone a few weeks ago even more, because I'm thinking, bro, we can't be dropping dumb points left, right, and center, because Man City, they're going to win every game. You know, I have it in my head that Man City is just going to win every single game. But I think the evidence is probably not going to happen this season, especially without the likes, I think, Ilkay Gundogan, to be honest, right? I know, obviously, I don't want to say Man City or woe to them, like they've lost a player, blah, blah, blah. It's Man City at the end of the day. But look at the pressure on Rodri right now. Like, he's doing like 3 midfield jobs at the same time. It's unbelievable what he's having to do. And I feel like they're missing that some of those players, right, that will just bail them out. Obviously, Rodri's one of them, and he did it today. But Gundogan for me is a massive, massive miss. And I look at the situation, to be honest, with Man City. And maybe when the Champions League starts up again, they'll be thinking, listen, we can go 2 in a row because they're probably the favourites with Real Madrid for that Champions League. I know Arsenal, obviously, we're in there, but we haven't been there for a while, and we need to, even Porto is going to be a tough game. We need to obviously get through that as well. But yeah, with Arsenal, I feel like, and I've always said it, and we talked about it before, and I think it was maybe after we beat Palace, and I was like, listen, I'm not going to say Arsenal back in the title race after we won 5-0 that day. I said, I need to see a sustained run of games. That's what, because we put ourselves in that position where, listen, we have to just keep winning, just to give ourselves a chance, right? But obviously, in my head, I'm thinking Man City are not going to drop too many points. Liverpool not going to drop too many points. But if Man City start dropping a few more points before they even play Liverpool at Anfield, or they start dropping a few more points before they play Arsenal at the Etihad, obviously things start opening up even more.
Oh lordy lord, as JS says. Oh lord, lordy lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's see. Honestly, for me, I look at our team. We are, the way we're playing, right, defensively, you know, the players we have on the break, like, we are set up to play in those kind of one-off games, in my opinion, as well. So if everyone's fit, obviously you don't get big injuries, and that goes for all teams. I think Man City lose Rodri, if they lose De Bruyne again, I think they're going to have problems. Same with Liverpool, if they lose a Van Dijk or they lose a Salah, they're going to have problems. But yeah, if everyone stays fit for every single team, I still believe that Arsenal. I believe that Arsenal. They've shown me with the way they played like these last 5 games. If you keep on with that mentality, with those kind of complete performance, you keep on doing that week in, week out. Of course, you have a chance. And I've always said it. The one thing with Arsenal, and I remember Zub. I can't remember someone tried to rebuttal me, but I've always said it with Arsenal. Our biggest enemy is not Man City. It's not Liverpool. Our biggest enemy is Arsenal. It's ourselves. So we need to combat all the little bozo-ness that I saw, you know, even in that Liverpool game. Obviously, when we beat you guys 3-1, like, all of a sudden we're winning 1-0. Everything's looking good. Let's go into the break 1-0 up. Boom. I just see chaos and we concede a goal. So it's one of those ones. Arsenal's always been that kind of team where, especially in the last 10, 15 years, to do themselves dirty. Not Man City, not Liverpool, not Chelsea, not Man United, Arsenal. Yeah, so if Arsenal fix up themselves, there's always going to be a chance that they can do something, in my opinion.
Let's just hope Arsenal don't freeze like you have right now. Your picture is frozen. Let's hope Arsenal keep it moving, because you're frozen right now. So maybe you want to come in and come out. Yeah, he's going to come in and come out. I think we're going to start getting some callers in. What are you saying, Colonel? You want to say anything in before we get the callers in? Because I got a feeling once we get the callers in, it ain't going to stop because the studio is full, B.
Yeah. All right, so what I want to say before the callers in come in. All right, first thing first. If you're an Arsenal fan, you have to be thinking 6 points against Chelsea on the 16th of March and against City as well. You have to be.
Yo, what do we want from that game? What do we want from that game?
Hey, listen, no. I can deal with Arsenal winning both them games and getting 6 points because that pushed City's back to where I'm telling you it's a 2-horse race. If there's a team, Grizz, you want to be in a title race with, it's Arsenal. Because they will lose the last 3 games.
Hey, Zoop. I saw that stat, man. Out of all the teams that have had title races, right, as in Liverpool and Arsenal, we've bottled the same amount of title races.
No.
Okay. First and foremost, calling Liverpool bottlers compared to what you guys done is a madness. We've reached 90 plus points, 98 points, 92 points. We ain't bottlers. We've lost games. We've lost 1 game a season and shit. That's not bottling. That's Man City.
I'm talking about the last 20 years, Grizz.
That's
Man.
So you're doing the 20 years.
I'm talking about all the years. I'm not just talking about Klopp's Liverpool. I'm talking about all the title races.
If you're a betting man, though, you bet on Liverpool. If the 2 bridesmaids is battling out for that little, flowers that the brides throw, bro, you bet on Liverpool to catch.
I don't know, bro. I got 3 prems. You guys got 1 prem. I can get 4 prems, 14 leagues. You can get 20 leagues, right? 2 prems. Like, it's one of them ones. Like, listen, I fancy if it's Liverpool versus Arsenal, it will be even more interesting. Also, we can't count Man City. Let's not.
No one's counting Man City out apart from the Colonel.
We can't count Man City in a hypothetical world.
You're mad. Stop doing these ones. What's the matter with you? Stop doing these ones.
You man trying to use the past to justify the future. You can't do that.
Oh man. Anyway, studio's full. The message is coming up. You know when the message comes up in the corner, studio is full.
Yeah.
So people trying to come in, Studio's full, but we're gonna rattle through the callers. That means callers, you have to be. I'm afraid you have to be quick with your points and your questions, and we're gonna have to keep it moving because we've got over 15 people waiting to call in. Over 50, shit, close to 20 people. So we're gonna have to keep it moving. We got the first 3 callers that I've done the order. While they're on, speaking to me, Bilal and Zuberi, I'm gonna go through the callers. You already know the rules. Channel members get first priority. Then it's new callers. Then it's if it's regular callers. So that's the order of priority. That's how it always will be on my channel. I make the rules. Simple. All right, who is first? I said the first 3 callers will be Diallo, Simpaditya, and Michael Griggs. They'll be the first 3 callers because they were the first in-house. And then we take it from there. Diallo's in the building. Diallo's in the building. You're on mute.
How are we doing? Salaam alaikum, Ahi.
Salam, Ahi. What's going on, bro?
Oh, man, I'm so happy right now. First of all, Captain Zuberi, I have to say that I have to apologize to you because I refer to you as captain, but I see that you've been upgraded to colonel. So salute. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. There's so much to talk about, and but great to see you. I'm glad I was able to join earlier than usual.
No,
You're here, bro. You're here nice and early. Me and Colonel, me and you were saying like all these Arsenal fans, include our very own Bilal, like they went on a little, I don't know, holiday.
No, they ducked out. Yeah, because remember Arsenal had a little
rocky patch.
Yeah, when Arsenal.
I never saw Diallo in the chat. I never see Diallo in the chat trying to come in.
Running.
Yeah.
Diallo
was running straight.
He'll pop in towards the end and be like, "Sorry, I missed you, man." And the whole time I'm checking the analytics, you know what I'm saying? He's been around there. He's watching the whole stream and that. But how you been? You been good, yeah?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I mean, it's snowing outside right now. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, I'll probably be out doing my 10K. You know, so it's all good. It's running away, man. I mean, I was finishing my dissertation, so it takes a lot of time. But alhamdulillah, that's all done. Okay, so let me just make my points clear because I know you want to get through as many people as possible. So first of all, I think I have, you might not like this, Colonel Zuberi and Grizz, but I genuinely think that Liverpool are in a better position than they should be based on their performances. And I think that's actually a good thing. That's a good thing because I think there has been a few results, not the last one today. I think today Brentford just collapsed. Like some of the defending, I only watched the second half. I mean, some of those center halves, some of those mistakes. I mean, you can do that in the Premier League against some of the forwards.
Burnley didn't, did they? Burnley were magnificent. Burnley were magnificent. Yeah.
Burnley, Liverpool had to prize them open.
No. What I'm saying is your game against Burnley. So Brentford collapsed. Look at the narrative you're setting already. So Brentford was shit. Brentford buckled. But Burnley, we're gonna come to Arsenal. The football we played was magnificent. It was sizzling. Is this the narrative you're coming with?
I don't know. I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that Burnley were magnificent at all. Actually, I think you'll be hard pressed to find clear-cut mistakes that Burnley did that were not forced. Some of the errors that I saw today with Brentford, I'm sorry. Some of those like center halves, those were like they were miskicking the ball in the air, misjudging the flight of the ball. But I don't want to focus on that because the thrust of my argument is that I think Liverpool are in a very good position, and I think part of the main reason why they're in this position is obviously their main forward, Mohamed Salah, and Jota. He's just come clutch, but I think is Jurgen Klopp. I think he's the most emotionally intelligent manager in world football. I think he's exceptional at managing situation, at managing problems, and I think Liverpool has been able to navigate a lot of problems recently, and I think that's all down to him. I'm really sorry for you guys that you're losing one of the greats. So I think he is the kind of like the defining factor in why Liverpool are in this position. And for Arsenal, that's exactly what they lack. I think we lack the emotional intelligence to kind of manage expectation and manage stress. That's why Captain Zuberi is saying he prefers Arsenal in the title race. I'm telling you right now, Arsenal are the best coach team in the league by far. And actually, they are the best coach team. They are not the best. They don't have the best players, but they are the best coach team, and they are performing the best right now in the league. And it's been like this for a while. It's not just that since post Dubai. People are saying post Dubai. I've heard Bilal say this also. I think that is just when the data has finally caught up with the results. I think the data has always been amazing, the underlying performances. So I think Arsenal are going to give City a very difficult game at the Etihad, because I know that Arsenal will score. Like, I know that Arsenal will score one goal, and Arsenal will. It's difficult to score many goals against this Arsenal defense. You can see those what I call the Bermuda Triangle: Rice, Saliba, and Gabriel. Those three boys in the middle there, it's going to be extremely difficult to breach that, especially if you need to score 2 or 3. You need to score 2 or 3 goals to beat Arsenal these days. And I don't see them conceding that many goals. So Etihad is going to be, that's going to be I think that's going to be
I can't wait. We're going to be, Colonel, pull out them cigars again. Send me one over as well, man. You need to send me one. Me and Colonel,
What game's first? Liverpool City? Is that first, right?
Now Liverpool City is first. Liverpool City is first,
Okay,
right?
that's gonna be massive.
But the thing is, Liverpool City now becomes, because of today's result, becomes so tasty. Because if we win, I'd say we put them out of the picture, because that's 7 points clear of them. Even though they can still win.
Yeah, but they got to go to Arsenal and fix that mistake. And
no. What I'm saying,
to the sword again. Bro, we're gonna be played. That's what I'm saying. It's a 2-horse race, because you're not.
It's not a 2-horse race. If we draw,
what are you smoking down there?
But guys, check this out. But hear me out. How it's gonna be so tasty is if we lose, we still ahead of Man City. Even if we lose at home to City, and then we can still watch Arsenal and City play off with each other, right? And I don't know what result we're looking for. Like Zuberi's,
I don't know what I'm looking for, because it's one of them ones like Liverpool.
Oh, come on, you want to win?
City.
I'm
saying Liverpool, Man City.
Oh, when we play, yeah.
It could be a thing, but because if you draw, both teams are kind of.
You always have
to. Or do we want Man City to die? What do we want?
Oh, I've been corrected. They have a game in hand. I thought we're equal now. They have a game in hand.
We'll be equal this week and next
week. Wait, okay, they got Burnley, I think, or something. No. No, they played Burnley. They've got some dead game to play to get their level up. But Diallo, more people are trying to come in, man. I'm gonna try keep it moving as much as possible. Me and you, we could talk all night and day about football. Love having you on. Thank you very much for calling in. Stay happy. Stay in touch when you don't pick up the results as well, bro. Don't be one of these glorified people like Bilal, only come in when you win. Come on,
bro,
man.
only come in when we win, man. We don't want to hear negativity, man.
I will. Take care.
Look after yourself, Diallo. Nice one. All the best, my brother. Listen, I don't even know what results we were looking for those games. Yeah. So what are you saying, Bilal? In the Liverpool City game, what are you saying?
Probably a draw is obviously going to be best. Like, you watch the game, you hope for a draw, both teams drop points. It's the easiest option.
The analysts, the tacticians, the mathematicians, all of them people in the chat, tell us what the best results are for those games coming up. Like, it's madness,
Yeah, the goal difference, everything is getting tight. It's getting tight. Imagine someone wins the league on goal difference. I feel like it's possible. It's possible that
can't do it.
It could get like that. And you don't want to be on the losing side of a team that's lost the league on goal difference.
I can't do it. Yeah, exciting times, bro. That right closes gap to 1 point, bro. It's a madness. It's gonna be mad. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. Look, everyone likes being proved right. I was gonna say I hate being proved right. Everyone likes being proved right, and I've been saying it from the start of this season. I said this is gonna be one of the most epic seasons, and I said 3-horse race, and people laughed at me. A lot of people disrespected Arsenal. Fair enough, but I get it, because some of the fan bases of the Arsenal, some sections of the Arsenal fan base are delusional, putting themselves in all-time lists as well. So there's always a balance. Don't get it twisted. Arsenal are a top team. And we already know Man City are one of the greatest teams of the modern, or any Premier League era. And we ain't too shabby ourselves, people. Liverpool people were scared and worried and panicky going into this season. Even some are still panicky, worrying and all of this worst case scenario. We're picking up injuries. We've got players coming back. The Jota injury is a huge blow. Colonel,
is there any news on that?
Yeah, he's done.
No, it's not. No, it's not even.
No,
it's
he's
not
done.
even
He's
that.
done. He's done. It's bad.
No. I'm not saying as far as when he's coming back, but I'm saying as far as
No, I'm sad.
Put it like this.
Don't-
Put it like this, Chris. No. Let
I'm
me
sad
put it
again.
into
I'm sad
perspective.
again, man. I'm sad again.
No. Think about it. Sometimes, right? Let's say you carry like a 5-gallon bucket. I don't know if you ever had a muscle, any of those. You can only carry it so far before your right arm starts giving out. Then you switch the arm, and then you're still able to go, right? All of our injuries happen when a guy's coming back
And then the other
it's
one,
going down.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say to you is, yeah, it sucks we have a flat tire, but the spare tire just got repaired and it's good again. So we just change that tire. Then Salah's gonna carry us. And bro, Salah's coming back. I mean, like I said, he didn't really look like he has the 6-pack in that, but you know, he's gonna get a run of games, he's gonna get back into tip-top shape. You see Trent's out, Bradley step in, Bilal is like, that's too seamless. It's the same thing.
I'm not happy. That one
Salah comes in, it's too seamless. Think about it, Grizz.
That one's shaking a lot of people.
Nah, Grizz.
Two things vexed me today. Two things vexed me about Liverpool, which is so weird. One was Robertson at one point in the game. He's just like done an overlap and he's running. And the way he's dribbling, just like, I'm like, nah, this guy, man, what's he doing? Some typewriter. And
then
Bradley.
Robbo is back.
No, but you know what's crazy, Chris? Think about what I'm saying. We lost both left back. Name me a team that can lose both left back and you're still cold. Gomez just stepped in there. Ali is down, bro. Kelleher coming in. Everything.
Did you see them saves from Kelleher?
I mean, I'm not gonna go over the top on that. One of them was cold, but then I think he should have.
He was a bozo a few weeks ago. What game was it?
Yeah, there was one game.
Coming for him.
Yeah, but he's rusty. I keep saying, look, I think we're talking too much. We're going to do a proper analysis of the Liverpool stuff tomorrow on Red Fellas. People, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't. 300 coming up. The numbers are rising. The likes are rising, but not quite ratioing. Right, man. Come on. We need to get the likes close to the amount of people watching us and listening to us right now. Studio is full. I'm going to get through some more people. Who did I say is next? Let me go to the private chat. Diallo Simpaditya, where is Simpaditya? Is he there? Yeah, let's welcome Simpaditya to the show. How you doing, my friend? You okay?
Yeah, good. How are you? Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. You have your top on, so I don't need to ask you who you support. But where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the United States. I'm in Michigan State right now.
Excellent. What time is it? What time is it over there?
3:35.
Okay.
Is that Central Time?
No, it's Eastern.
Michigan is Eastern. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Michigan's Eastern, and then Chicago is Central.
Where you been smoking? Like, you don't know your own country time and shit?
How many times?
No, Grizz. We have 4 different time zones.
We have 4 time zones.
We have
weird. 4 times. Yeah, it's mad over here.
You lot weird, man. Ben's asking everyone to like the stream, and he says that word at the end, and most of you are if you haven't. So if you don't want to be called that, like the stream. My bro, talk to us, man. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, this is just a game. It was so disappointing. Like, Chelsea are the definition of mid. They're 10th in the league.
Oh, you want to talk about that? Oh, okay, you want to talk about that game?
It's disappointing because we should easily beat them. We're one of the best teams in the world. They're 10th in the Premier League. They're 10th. If it was Crystal Palace, we'd be like, yeah, that's like a very disappointing result. Why are we going to say that it's like a better result just because Chelsea are historically a Big Six team? Like, they're 10th in the league. They have 10 wins, 10 losses. They're 22 points from the top, 22 points from the bottom. They're the definition of mid. We're at home at the Etihad, and we can't beat them. We needed a deflection to get an equalizing goal. It's just so disappointing.
Can I ask you a question? Because you're right. The definition of mid is facts. The table doesn't lie. And I want to say you agree with the table. The table doesn't lie. But the table have you third. So according to the table, you're the third best team in the league.
We have a game in hand.
Is that fair? Is that fair, or you're gonna count the bird in the bush? Because that's what a game in the hand is.
No, that is. I believe that is fair. I believe Liverpool have been the best team in the league this year, and if we win our game in hand, we'll go above Arsenal with the same game slate. So we'll be the second best team. And I do believe, like, Arsenal and City for me have been like that, but Liverpool have always been the best team this year. The only loss before Arsenal game was like a loss that good process.
Better than Arsenal. Like, I think they've been better than Arsenal. Come on, you saw us play Liverpool 3 times this season. See what? Listen, I think we look better than them all 3 times.
They've lost 2 games in the past 28 games or something. And
2 defeats in 34. 2 defeats in 34.
I'm just saying who look better. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, no problem. But no, so Yeah, so they're only the only loss before the Arsenal game was against Spurs, which like whatever, and then the Arsenal game was whatever, right? So, anyways, like this, back to the game because it was just so disappointing. I think Pep got it wrong. If I'm being
Okay.
honest, I think
Where did he get
he's
it
trying
wrong?
to he's trying to fit in Alvarez, Foden, De Bruyne, Haaland into the same team. They all occupy except Haaland, sorry, Alvarez, Foden, and De Bruyne.
Okay.
They all occupy the same space, but it's just not working. He's trying to because Alvarez has started every single Premier League game this season, and then Kevin De Bruyne is coming back from injury, and Foden's playing so good in the center. So he can't play all three guys in the center. So he's like making Alvarez do left midfield shifts. Like it's just, I think Pep got it wrong. Not only did he get it wrong offensively, I think we lacked any sort of creativity. And in the end, we became cross-Chester City. Like it was just Kevin De Bruyne spamming crosses.
That's
Doku
all it
trying to
was,
do
you
his own
know.
thing.
We need to have a
That's it.
conversation.
Foden.
We need
World
to-
class Foden. Where was he?
No.
We need to-
Don't do that, Bilal, because I want to ask him something. City look one-sided. Nothing was really clicking off the right, except for that half space where De Bruyne was kind of like Trent Grizz. They look like us when we get stale, Grizz. And I've never seen City like that. City never really looks stale. In this game, they look stale. It's like, okay, just forcing it down the left. It goes to the right. It's a spam cross. And I'm just like, well, they look like stale Liverpool of last season.
I want to ask you about when do we start having a conversation about Doku?
Listen,
Speak to me about Doku.
Doku
Because
is a good player.
to me, he got a lot of the ball. It seemed like every time I looked on your game, I switch on the game, Doku's got the ball.
Yeah, I think the thing with
and
Doku is
he keeps doing that chop right, chop left, chop right, chop, and Gusto is just standing his ground and winning the ball. Pretty much
Gusto had him in the
80%.
pocket.
Gusto
had him on smoke.
Gusto.
See, the thing with Doku is I don't want to speak on Doku because
My
he's not
brother is in the building. I love
yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
I love you, Matisse. Kebabs and wings when we link up on
Matisse, big up yourself, fam. You know what I'm saying? You can
We're
rip
gonna
the
talk.
medium shirt off. You can
We're
show
gonna
chest
talk.
right now. Big up to
Chelsea,
you, man.
Chelsea.
Come on.
We're gonna talk. We're
Big
gonna
up Chelsea,
talk.
man.
But
Great club.
go on. Sorry, Sim. We were talking about Doku.
Sorry, we didn't mean to
Yeah,
do
so
that in
the
your
thing
face.
is,
That was
I don't want to
disrespectful.
speak. I don't want to speak on Doku because he's not the reason we lost the game today. I actually think he had a good second half. Like he was doing stuff. Like he was actually trying to do stuff. So I'm not going to blame Doku. I want to blame Pat. I was going to talk about the defensive formation. What was happening? Each time Chelsea played a ball wide, we were in a 3v2 situation.
Every time.
I think that's because it comes back to trying to fit Alvarez and De Bruyne into the midfield. So Rodri was isolated. And since Rodri was isolated, one of the three centre-backs had to push in to help him. And every time Diaz went ahead to try and press the midfield, the ball came in behind him and it was a 3v2 situation. The number of times the ball was on the right flank and the left flank and the striker was open in the middle, it was disgraceful. I don't know what... Listen, I love Pep. Obviously, he's given me the best years of my life. Like, but... he got it wrong, and there's nothing wrong.
You can say you can say he got it wrong. I agree with you. I think he showed a bit too much. I think he gave too much disrespect to Chelsea, and look, it's understandable. Like you said, looking at Chelsea and everything, he just literally played Rodri on his own in the midfield. He literally played Rodri on his own, and everyone else do what you got to do. And Chelsea had Gallagher buzzing around there. They had Cole Palmer buzzing around there, and Enzo is looking like the Enzo that we knew. I agree.
Don't say 100 mil. Don't say 100 mil.
No. Price. I never. Look, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I don't give a shit about prices. That's the club's business. That's the financial market's business.
City played to
I look at a player. If he's good, he's good.
Chelsea's strength. The way they set up, because I think they try to push Kanji as like a double.
Yeah, Kanji was playing like the Stones role where he pushed him into the midfield.
Yeah, and it's like.
Why doesn't he just play Stones?
Defensively, it didn't work because KDB, you're not thinking KDB is running back and, tracking man. Alvarez ain't doing that either. So
I'm not joking. That could have been Chelsea's strikers that wind me up. I know they're going to turn up next Sunday against us in the League Cup final, but Chelsea should have scored minimum 3 goals.
Which is why when City fans are talking, okay, Haaland that was the worst game Haaland has played in a City shirt. Like, like I'm not even going to speak about it because we saw it. We saw what he did, right? But like I'm not going to speak about Haaland because Chelsea should have been like 3-0 up by the time Haaland got those chances. So we shouldn't have been in the game.
Yep.
But obviously,
Agreed.
but while obviously, as I do say that, but Haaland, what is he doing? He missed 3 clear-cut
Happens,
chances.
my bro.
I would have
Happens.
scored that. I would have scored that.
It
No,
happens.
no.
It happens. Listen, I get your frustration, but Haaland, come on, it happens.
I
He has
love
an off day.
I love him. I love him, but
I heard
I'm
the frustration in your voice, and I get it. But you know, it's time you held that, man. It's
I
time
know,
you
I
realize
wouldn't
it.
have-
Yeah,
I wouldn't
hold that,
have-
bro.
I
You're the
wouldn't-
third
I wouldn't
best,
have scored
man.
that.
Just-
I wouldn't have
Listen,
scored
we're
that.
gonna keep it moving. Thank you very much for calling. I wish you all the best in your personal life. I wish you all the worst in your football team wise. But we hope we speak soon, and where you finish third or second, and we will speak soon. Look after yourself, my bro.
Yes, sir. Take care. God bless y'all.
All the
care,
best.
man.
Take care.
Long may his football misery continues.
All right,
They might
people.
need
Once
to go
you've
to a
called in,
doctor.
can I ask? Once you've called in, can I ask you to guys leave the studio yourselves instead of me having to kick you out of the studio because people are trying to call in? Because I'm just getting this message, guys. The people are trying to call in. I got a super chat before we get the next caller in. I'm gonna read out the order in a minute. Rishab says, "Got to give this young Chelsea their flowers for this performance, especially Gusto, De Sassy, and Jackson. This performance is proper old school Chelsea." I don't know if it was old school Chelsea, guys. What do you think? Like,
To be fair, the only
like
thing that
De Sassy and Gusto were men of the match, but Jackson.
Jackson was
Jackson,
old school. What's my man name? Enzo. He was the only one that wasn't really like old school type of Chelsea. He didn't really have that, you know, toughen it out type of mentality because the way he took that thing off Jackson's foot. If I'm Jackson, I'm slapping him. You remember when Milner slapped VVD for not defending the thing? Nah, if I'm Jackson, I'm slapping him. Bro, you can't, bro. I'm the striker. You can't run up and take the ball
Yeah,
off.
that was crazy.
All
right, let me try and run the order. Michael Griggs next. Then we got Daz. Then we got K-Mac. Then we got Albert. That's the next. Please try to remember your orders. If you leave the studio, I'm afraid you're gonna go back of the queue. There's nothing else I can do. I'm just way not organized enough to remember the order and write it down and all of that shit. So Michael Griggs, Daz, K-Mac, Albert. Albert, yeah? Is that Albert? Okay. Long time. All right. Let's bring in Michael Griggs to the building. Yo, Michael, man. What are you saying, man? What are you saying?
Doing good. I'm doing good.
What
How
are you
you
doing,
guys
man?
doing?
This is a top of the table league chat calling show.
No. Yo,
What are you man doing here today, man?
my enemies,
Top four's on. Top four.
my enemies are feeling, so I'm prospering. No.
Okay. No, but you know what? I'm glad you called in because obviously we're all fighting our own corners and we had the Man City fan, we got Arsenal fan, we got the Liverpool fans. How are you looking at it from the outside, man? Talk to us, man. It's good to get an outside perspective.
Yeah,
This is hot. This is hot, right?
I mean, I got to root for Arsenal, obviously, because it's Liverpool I hate, Man City I hate. So the lesser evil is Arsenal, unfortunately. Even though I'm going to have to deal with Bilal tweets for the rest of my life if they win the league. That's going to be a crime. But you got to do what you got to do. Man City, though, some uncomfortable conversations need to be raised. Jeremy Doku. Some people, I remember some City fan called them Baby Ronaldinho earlier in the year.
Ooh.
Hamza. He does waffle, but Malo Gusta today had him in prison. Rikers Island, that's where Doku was today because he could not get his game off. Erling Haaland, uncomfortable. When the clutch goal needs to be scored, I'm seeing Rodri score them every time. I'm not seeing Erling Haaland score them. Rodri scoring them. All I'm saying, a certain Scandinavian striker arrives on the other side of Manchester, and once he started scoring the goals from Erling Haaland have dried up.
No, that's how outside
the real hate.
That's how it looked from outside, yeah.
That's how it looks from outside. As for Arsenal, I gotta credit Arsenal. That goal difference. I think you're 5 above City now in goal difference. I know they have the game in hand, but I doubt they'll slap up Brentford 5-0. So you kind of got that advantage going for them for Arsenal. So that's crucial because as someone that's lost the league on goal difference before, I'm the only one that's done that before. It's not an easy feeling. So Arsenal look good. They don't concede chances at all. I think that they conceded like 2 shots on target in the last 3 games. That's pretty incredible. But that's January, February Arsenal. Once March hits, once that spring weather starts, the leaves get back on their feet. That's when the pressure starts mounting. Champions League, you're gonna be in that Champions League quarterfinal, then you have like a game against City. Let's say that same.
Wait, hold up. We need to get past Porto. No disrespect. We need to respect. We will try to respect back to you.
Shut up.
Respect.
Get out of here.
No.
If
Don't
you
do
don't
that.
get past Porto,
Don't do that.
Porto are wasted this season. They're not
I've
that Porto.
seen Arsenal lose to Monaco, to Olympiacos. Like,
Anthony
Porto have actually won the Champions League.
They don't got Olarabi at Porto. Don't worry about that.
Yo, Eastern Cop says, Grizz, you were gunning Disaster last night. I was calling it all kinds of names. It Disaster.
He was terrible.
You know what I mean?
Mateta had him on strings.
Axel Disaster, man. I was calling him all
Mateta's
kinds
a
of
baller, man.
names.
We spoke about him. Mateta is cold.
Shut
I
up,
told you.
man.
No,
Sometimes
don't
maybe
do
good,
that.
sometimes maybe
See,
you know what?
Grizz, this is why I can't have Arsenal win the league also, because we're gonna have to hear to this guy, bro.
Listen,
Bro,
but what I'm
on,
saying,
man.
but what I'm saying
Still
is,
got Palace as well.
Desasi, if it wasn't for Gusto, Desasi was man of the match. Bro, it's the long time since I see Chelsea players show passion every time they win a tackle and block something.
Thiago Silva left the pitch, and look how good they look. The old man was off the pitch, and look how good they look. It's time for him to retire. He's got to
I
call
ain't
it a
saying
day.
that, man. I ain't saying that, man.
Yo, the retirement home is calling in Brazil. Flamengo is calling his name. David Luiz is like, yo, bro, let's reunite. It's time to go back there. He's got to give it up with the Premier League. It's finito for him there. And then
Leicester sends in a super chat as well. He wants to talk about Neto, but he says, old man, I'm telling you, he's talking to me, old man, of course. None of you, old man. He starts off by calling me old man, but you know what I mean? He don't know his mum likes him like that. But anyway, old man, I'm telling you, Neto is the one to replace Salah. And someone told Gravenberch to wake up. Too talented to have these displays. Yeah, Gravenberch we're going to talk on. Maybe Zuberi wants to
Gravenberch
speak
is on that
Gravenberch.
Pogba trajectory,
Yeah.
man.
But Michael, looking from the outside, what are you saying? Like, who's best equipped? If you was a betting man right now, how is it looking?
I'm not gonna lie, it's looking peak for your team. These injuries, they're starting to pile up. Allison, Curtis Jones, who I think is arguably you can make the argument that he's Liverpool's best midfielder. Him and McAllister. Diogo Jota is a guy that just always pops up.
Jota was so good today as well.
And I saw the injury. Obviously, I didn't watch the game because I was sleeping. It was
serious thing.
I saw the injury. Like he fell right on the knee, right? So that's terrible. And Jota's one of those guys. Like his game is not the prettiest, but this guy's the most efficient guy I've ever seen. He'll just the ball will bounce off his leg and it'll be a goal somehow, some way. So the injuries are starting to pile up, but you guys have that mentality monster thing. So, and obviously City have to come to Anfield. You don't got to go to Etihad, so that's going to give you an advantage. Klopp retiring, that motivation is there too. You know, we all know how Klopp is. He loves to motivate. So I don't think they're the best out of the three, but somehow you guys always like against the odds, Liverpool somehow always rise. So I got to give them the credit. City should be the favorites because of the team that they are. They have the best coach in the world in Pep Guardiola. They have the best squad out of the teams. But if Haaland's not firing, Pep's got to give up this Julian Alvarez gimmick in the midfield. He's got to give that up. It's not working. I don't understand what he's trying to do, like this 4-1-4-1 stuff. Just go back to 4-3. He's trying to tinker too much. It's just he thinks he's Ten Hag with all these experiments. He got to stop that. But and then Arsenal, they have the best defense, and we always say defense wins championships. They have the best defense in the league, but
I agree.
They're the unproven of the three. For me, Arsenal have to like actually win the league for me to believe that they can win the league. Because I've seen Liverpool do it, and I've seen
Bilal the same.
Yeah, you have
to. I don't mind.
Because if they're competing up against another team, I wouldn't be saying that. But they're competing against the two teams that have dominated the league in the last decade. So they have to prove to me that they can go over the hurdle, Champions League football, and then you go. I gotta throw my team in, but not for the terrorists. But that top four, I've told people this. I smell blood. The fear of
allow the blood. No, allow the blood, man.
No, I'm changing. No, I agree, Michael. I think you guys can get it. McTominay,
Spurs and Aston Villa. I'm coming for both of them. I smell the fear.
He does.
Michael, this is not what you want to say. Grizz. Let me land this. Michael.
Go ahead.
You, man, historically have proven you can go back and watch all our callings. Anytime you, man, come out here with chess, it never go accordingly, bro. This is not the place to show your chest. Show it anywhere else, bro. I'm not disrespecting. I'm just saying, historically speaking, when you, man, come with the chess, that's when it falls off. Man come and said, yo, we got the best defense, and then y'all went on like a stinker. Like a 5-game stinker. Not right says it. Some other guy said it. I'm saying, anytime you guys come with chess on this show, it never goes.
You know what? I could back it. Go ahead.
Now, I was going to say very quickly, top 4 race, good luck to you, right? No, fuck off. Bad luck to you, but whatever. If you get it, you get it, no problem. That'll be like so Spursy to lose that top 4 race.
And
Yeah?
Emery.
But
my
guys, you know when Man United are our big player this season? They got all 3 of us, you know. They got all 3 of us in the running. They got fuck someone's plan up.
Yeah, we're going to Old Trafford. And these
They
guys...
got us. We go to them. Arsenal go to them. And they go to City, which is going to be, peak. But you never know because Chelsea done something today. So, you know what I mean? You can envisage Garnacho and Rashford replacing Jackson and someone else, whether being more clinical, maybe. I don't know. But they haven't got I don't know. But they're going to ruin someone's party. That's all they're there for. They're the party people. They ain't got no party of their own. They're one of those dead teams. They've got nothing going on in their own house. They've got nothing. They can't have nothing going on in their own house. They got to go to someone else's yard, knock on the door, and ruin their party. That's all their role is this season.
No. Talk soon. No. My boy Ratcliffe is cooking up something right now. We're cooking up the upstairs. Well, the downstairs is still the downstairs is still a little messy. We still got some chaos down there. But this year, I just want to say this about the Premier League.
Tomorrow, please. Tomorrow, my honorary hometown. Tomorrow, please.
Brock is my boy. But I'm
do something.
League, if you allow Manchester United with a negative goal difference to finish top 4 in the Premier League, we have to have some uncomfortable conversations about the quality of this league because we are not good. We are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the teams above me, Spurs today, Gary O'Neill whooped them up and down the park all game. Pedro Neto. Forget about him coming to Liverpool. I'm placing calls right now. Bruno Fernandes, your job as captain is to go recruit me Portuguese players. That's your role as captain. It's not to complain to referees and get the scent every game. It's to get me the top players from your country. So Pedro Neto, I need this dude. I need this guy on my team.
Come on, Villa, man. Villa need to get that. Villa need to get that 4th above Spurs and United. And this is going to be so sweet.
This guy's stressed. You saw that hair. You saw that haircut.
I know.
The guy is stressed. The hairline is gone and everything. Unai Emery is stressed, man.
Grizz.
Man United. Top 4.
Grizz, it's been a pleasure.
I need you guys to bottle the league. Bilal, for once you're left, please don't bottle. I'm begging.
Oh, so basically, out of all the scenarios, you want Arsenal.
Yeah, you know what it kills me? You know what's the funniest thing about Man United fans? It depends who you ask.
Mad.
It depends what kind of Man United fan you ask as to who they support. If I ask my Man United friends right now, who do you want to win the league? They're saying Man City. They want Man City to win the league. If you ask Mancunian, maybe they'll say Arsenal. You ask Mike, obviously from the States, he's going to maybe say Arsenal. It just depends who you ask, man. I think either way for Man United, you're going to suffer.
As well. Yeah.
Either way for Man United, you're going to suffer. Let's be honest.
Yeah. People of different ages will have different opinions on the situation. But Griggs, always a pleasure. Never a chore. Big up yourself. As always, never big up your team, but big up yourself, man. Peace. Take care, bro.
Take care, bro.
Yeah, it's always good to get an outside perspective how they see it. So, Colonel, a lot of people are saying they see Arsenal as the best team, you know.
Yeah, because what I was going to ask Michael, but I'll ask you, man, but I don't trust human analysis because human is still giving City too much flowers. You know, City ain't the same team. City was playing Liverpool, Grizz. I'm just going to drag your memory. It's no propaganda, no wild takes. It's just facts, right? We're playing City, and they couldn't even afford to make a sub to impact the game. And we made 5 sub and we're still on them. I think we got out of the Etihad with a draw, right? Today against Chelsea, bro, they had nothing in the tank. They have no midfielder in the tank.
They brought on Silva.
Yeah, but Silva, that's
player,
it.
By the way, he's our best player. None of this.
But what I'm trying to say to you, they normally had Gundogan to rely on. They can't rely on Kovacic. They can't rely on Nunes. I don't even know.
Mahrez, Gundogan.
So what I'm trying to say is that's why I'm saying of all the years we're like, don't count on City down. This is actually the season to count them out. They're not the same team. When they're stuck, they're 100% stuck. In the past, they'll be stuck. They made 2 subs, games done. Now, bro, what is Oscar Bob? Oscar Bob had to save him the other day.
Why are you doing that? Oscar Bob's a bad boy.
No. I'm not saying he's not a bad boy. What I'm trying to say is the guys that's bailing him out is guys that's not proven at this level.
Yeah, not proven. Yeah,
bro, City ain't the same team. So if there was ever a time you're gonna bet against City, it's this season. Bilal, double down on that. Spread the word.
I half agree. I half agree in the
So
sense
agree.
that Man City are not the same as maybe last season or the season before.
Or
At the end of the day, they win their
Liverpool.
game in hand. They're just like a point behind Liverpool. They're like a point above Arsenal, I think. And it's just too. You can't be a point behind Liverpool. And I'm saying you're not in the title race. So it's one of them ones. They need to maybe drop points in 2-3 more games, and then we can start saying, "Oh,
Exactly.
they're going to have a tough chance of winning it." But right now, Zub, it's just too early.
It's too
Way
early.
too early.
You mean it's
Way
too early? They have to play me with a point behind me. We win, that's 4 points ahead.
Let that happen
You,
first,
and I
and
rate
then I can
happen.
say it.
No, but I
Let it
rate
happen.
you, and if you beat them, now I'm 7 points ahead.
I don't think
Let's
Arsenal
get that
beating
first.
City. I don't think Arsenal beating City. I had no chance.
Billa, you
no
don't
chance.
think Arsenal can beat Billa? You know what, man? Maybe I'm
It
talking to the
depends.
wrong
It
Let's get the
depends.
callers in, man. Let's get the callers in, man. Who did I say is next? I forgot. Did I say? Do you guys
Daz, I
remember?
believe, right?
Daz, yeah.
I think
All
it's
right,
like
Daz in
Daz
the
and
building.
K-Mac, and I don't know if you said something else.
Daz, K-Mac, and Uncle Albert.
Marcella, running down the way.
That's what I'm talking about.
Salah, Egyptian king.
Can I ask you something?
Whoever-
Daz, did you hear the Colonel earlier on talking about Mohamed Salah carrying a bit of extra timber?
He's going the
They
biggest
said
loser,
an
he's
extra
saying.
timber, you know.
Come on.
Let him have a bit of extra timber. If he gets an assist and a goal, who gives a shit?
Magic. He was magical when he came
Hey,
on.
look
you know?
at Colonel right there. He looks like the guy from A-Team, right? What was his name? The captain or whatever.
Hannibal. Is it
yeah.
Hannibal?
Big
Big boy show. Big boy. If you don't know, get to know. A-Team. Go and watch up.
Wait, what's the
A-Team.
name of that? What's the name of
sorry.
that team? What's the name of that team?
The A-Team.
A-Team.
Not the B team. You know what I'm saying? Not the C team.
A-Team. So, Grizz, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right, my brother. I'm doing all right. Good weekend
Bilal?
of results.
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm here.
You're
As I
happy.
said,
You're happy.
I'm back to being happy about my club. So hopefully it continues.
What-
But they better
what
not
a
get me
day.
mad, otherwise they're in trouble. But it's good for now.
It's been a good day. For me, I lost £40.
Oh, well done, son.
I lost £40 on what? Manchester City scoring 2 goals, Manchester City
Oh,
winning.
oh, I
It's
thought-
finally come true. It
Oh.
finally happened.
I thought you said you lost £40 in weight. I thought you were on a regime or something. You actually lost sterling.
Yeah,
Pardon the pun.
I don't give a
Best
shit.
money
I
spent,
don't
man.
give a
Best money spent.
shit. Yes.
Good investment.
Yes. Watching that was beautiful. Right, here we go. Brentford, Manchester City, 3 points. Bournemouth, 3 points. Manchester City. Then they get United, they'll get 1 point. Brighton, they'll get 3 points. Arsenal, they'll beat Arsenal. Right. Then Arsenal play Newcastle, draw 1 point. Sheffield United, 3 points. Who's that? Brighton, 3 points. Chelsea, 1 point. City, that obviously they lose. Liverpool, 3 points against Luton, 3 points against Forest, 1 point against City. Everton will beat the Brighton will beat Brighton. So I've got, after 5 games, 68 points on Man City, 63 points for Arsenal, and 70 points for Liverpool.
Wow.
That's where we stand after 5 games.
After the next
We're going
five.
to win. We're going to win the league. That's it.
Wow.
I don't agree
So-
with these calculations, to be honest.
So go on, let's go through
The
some of those
calculator's
results.
broken.
No, but let's talk through some of the results he's predicted there. You've said Man United are getting a point at Etihad.
Yes.
What do you mean by
Yes. What's his name? The little rat boy will score
Bruno?
a goal somewhere. He'll get an
They'll do
equaliser.
a
That's what they
upset.
They
do.
won with 2 offside goals last season, no? They scored 2 like offside
Moments
goals in the
team. No, they're moments team. That's how they'll get that point. Any other game you want to talk about?
Arsenal, you don't think
You
it's
said we're
got
going
a
to lose to
chance?
City, man. We're not
Yeah.
losing, man. Come on.
No.
We get a
you're
minimum
losing.
a point at City. Come on.
After today, Man City can't afford to lose that one. You're going to be screwed on that one, so you'll be done.
And you got us
don't
doing-
have enough.
I'm with Zuberi now. Losing that
Bro,
game.
I don't think City have enough in the tank, bro. We played them at home and they had nothing to offer us. But you guys forgetting the game we played against City, they couldn't even afford to make one sub that they can rely on to put pressure on us.
That's Pep. That's Pep. They'll beat Arsenal. Don't worry about it.
Arsenal got way more depth than City, bro. And I'm talking about, when I say depth, I'm talking about men that can actually come on and do something. I can't see Pep join for Oscar Bob against Arsenal. I can't see Oscar Bob coming on for. No, I can't see.
No offense to Oscar Bob.
If you let Oscar Bob come on that pitch and beat you, man.
Why you
Don't
keep
come
talking
back
about?
Hey, listen, this is what I'm saying. You guys are playing City first. That's what I'm waiting for first. You guys,
Bro,
play them
Oscar
first.
Bob is there.
Let me see what happens there.
And he won't use them, bro.
Can I make very clear that Zuberi doesn't represent my opinions or the channel's opinion as a whole. Every man for himself. The way he's talking down Oscar Bob, if he comes on against Liverpool at Anfield and that's something, I'm gonna block you on every platform that I know. I'm gonna block your number.
You have to start against Liverpool now.
No. You man keep doing this every week. I come here, you're not listening. I'm saying Oscar Bob is equivalent to our Harvey Elliott. He's very effective off the bench. But Grizz, if I'm telling you Harvey Elliott's coming on in the Europa League final and bagging 2 goals, you'd be like, I don't know, he's never done it before. You see what I'm trying to say? That's what Oscar Bob is for City, and Pep refused to use him in the big games.
Was he available today in the last? Was he on the subs bench today, people? Can someone check that for me? Was Oscar Bob available? Why didn't he come on?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's not using the guy, bro, because he's not trusted at that level.
He had a lot of players.
Bob is like Elliott. He can come on and affect the game.
Reel off that bench. Bill, I'll reel off the bench for City today.
So they had on the bench, let me just get this up. So they had Oscar Bob on the bench, Sergio Gomez. They had some kid called Susoho, Kovacic, Mateus Nunes, Rico Lewis, John Stones, and Stefan Ortega. So they had Rico Lewis.
Bro, he could have subbed Oscar Bob for my man that was doing nothing.
Doku.
He could have subbed Alvarez. Doku wasn't doing nothing. He could have Alvarez. He could have bring on Bob. He didn't bring Bob on, bro. When I see that,
that's
City
crazy.
Ain't doing nothing, bro. They ain't doing nothing. If you can't use Oscar Bob to win against Chelsea, you're gonna go to Arsenal and use him. He ain't using him at Arsenal. He ain't using him against
they need
us.
Jack Grealish, man. They're saying they need Jack.
Nah, bro. They need to let Oscar Bob go, bro. That's what he need, bro. And he ain't doing it. So that's why I don't rate City. City's dead.
Remember your opening statement of the show. Football's a humbler. I'm just gonna remind you, my brother, before you just go a bit too crazy. But Dazza, back to you, man. You're the caller. So. Look, how are you feeling after? Yeah, it's been a good feeling. It's
been a good day.
When Man City took points, it's a rarity, so you must.
Oh, mate, make the most of it. Like I said, our last morning, it's been a great. I love the fact that Manchester City didn't win. Wolverhampton Wanderers won. I'm from that end.
Oh wow, yeah, Spursy have done it again. So you've got a North London. So Bilal, you've got a hectic March as well.
Yeah, we got Man City.
See, Man City and Arsenal, guys, have got a crazy March. We've got a difficult ending because we go to Everton, we go to United, we entertain Spurs, we entertain City. So don't get me wrong, we've got a hell of a run in, and we go to Villa, second game last of the season. But look at Arsenal's running in March.
So we got
Arsenal, Newcastle. Daz has got Arsenal, Newcastle as a draw.
We'll slap up Newcastle.
Newcastle are poor now, Dazza. You might have worked that one out. You might have miscalculated that one.
No. And that's exactly why. Who thought Wolves were going to win today? That's Newcastle right now.
Yeah, but that's Spurs, isn't it? That's Spurs.
Newcastle, if they play, go on.
There's the odd occasion that Newcastle, you're at home, right? Yeah. There's the odd occasion that Newcastle would just show up, and they've got, by that point, by next week, they've got nothing to prove anymore. They're just going to fight, and you boys are going to start getting all nervy again and start getting scared. Little boys will start shitting their pants, and you'll realise what a title race is, and you will draw. And then the next game, like I said, the next game you go and beat Sheffield United. That's fine, but you will draw against Newcastle. Put it on your card. 15 quid Not
It's
not
close enough for me to
1500.
remember that you said it. So I suppose the 24th. I'll remember that you said this.
No,
after we
man, they're
smashed it.
smashing. They're smashing.
No,
Newcastle 4-1.
Smashed them.
you'll draw. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready to do a Spursy thing for Arsenal. Nah. Arteta. Well, so what do they play at Newcastle? I don't know what it is, but he'll start playing. Oh, we've got to do this. We've got to do that. Mate, Arteta will fuck it for you. Sorry.
Interesting.
We'll
Daza,
see.
thank you very much for your positivity and optimism. Nana, it's cool. Why are you apologizing? We love it.
No, don't apologize.
I'm doing, 'cause I was just trying to like get the beat up and like, you know,
Rightly so, my bro. Rightly so.
have a bit of a laugh. It's been a while, so
It's
Colonel.
been
Nah, big up every time, man. Big up every time.
Of course, man.
I love and
Still
respect
got-
you guys.
man.
brilliant stuff, Daz, as usual. Nice
We're
one.
gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league.
Daz is brilliant, man. He was livens up the
buzzing.
stream, man. He's buzzing. He's
Okay.
got 70 points, 68, and then he's got Arsenal at 63. I don't think it's going to be like
was mad. Yeah, nah, the 63.
because he's got them dropping points to Newcastle and Man City. I think that's where he had them in it.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
who he's had him.
Can you leave the studio, please, Daz? I told you, whoever's done from the thank you. Because I need to get others on, man. People are dying to come in. Big up Daz every time, 100%. One of my favorite callers. Yeah, Newcastle look cooked, man. Arsenal are smoking them, man. I don't care what anyone says. You know what I mean?
Last year they came to they got a point at the
Yeah, they
Emirates,
got a
but
point,
They just
yeah.
sat the way they just sat back.
They
do that again,
shithoused it. They shithoused it.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. It's like a West Ham when they beat us. One of them kind of weird games, but
Is
Listen.
it who's next? K-Mac?
Yeah, K-Mac.
yeah. Okay.
Trying to see what kind of stat he's going to brandish today.
All right, so we got K-Mac and then we got Albert, right? The next two. And then we've got a new caller there. We have AQ, I believe I've not seen before. So AQ will be following them. Let's get K-Mac. Guys, I'm sorry, but so many callers. We're going to make quick points and we're going to keep it moving, man. So have your points and have your questions ready. But yeah, man, that has got me excited with that league table after 5. That will give it what 10? No, there'll be 9 games to go after the next 5. How many games to go, Bilal?
I believe. Let me have a look.
It'll be 8. It'll be 8 games.
Are you talking about from right now?
How
Yeah,
many
because
games now?
if the next 5 games put us with
About
8 games, left.
left. 13 games left, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so after the next 5, if we're at 70 with 8 games left, man.
13 games left. I think
14 for City, obviously.
I think me personally, I think we need 10 wins, and one of them has to be Man City. That's the Liverpool point of view. What do you think? What you need, Bilal?
I think because Man City dropped points today, if we just keep winning, we just need to get a point at the Etihad because we already beat them once this season. I always believe you.
How many wins do you need? How many more wins do you need to guarantee this title? Obviously, maximum, but I think we need. Yeah, I think Liverpool need 10 games. People, look up the fixtures and tell me we're going to win 10 games because 10 games, in my opinion, wins us the league. And Man City's got to be one of those 10.
I think 12 wins and a draw. That's what I think. Honestly, I think we got to win all the games. Like I think if we lose one game, even we're gonna have to wait for Liverpool to somehow lose a game or City to somehow.
But look at our fixtures, bro. Look at your fixtures. There's gonna be madness here in the season. We entertain Spurs. We entertain City. We go away to Villa, United, Everton.
Wait, you go away to Villa.
We go away to Villa.
Okay, because we got Villa at home.
You got Villa at home.
There's
You
two
got
games
Newcastle at home.
we lost.
You go to United. Or no, United come to you.
No, we go to Old Trafford. We go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So those are the
you got to go Old Trafford. You got to go City, and you got to go Spurs.
Yeah, exactly. So those 3 massive away games.
Peak. Let's
Chelsea
get some
come to
callers
our
in.
ground. Newcastle come to our ground, and Villa. So not as bad, but yeah, the 3 away games are massive.
It's exciting. Let's get the next callers in so we can try to rattle through as many as we can. K-Mac, welcome to the channel, my friend. How you doing?
I'm good. How's it going, guys?
It's going all right, bro. Talk to us. What's
Good.
happening?
I just want to talk about Liverpool. You talk too much about other teams, which which don't interest me.
Fair enough.
I actually think we'll win the league with 3 games to go. I actually think we'll win the league with 3 games to go, hopefully at Tottenham at home. I spoke to Savage about this a while ago. I just think the other teams have got much harder run-ins. We played all the hard teams away. And what we're doing now is the squad is winning games when it used to just be the team. We're now performing off the bench. All our strikers are scoring goals. It's the first time since 1984 that all 4 strikers have scored more than 10 goals for Liverpool. It's an incredible record. We've now got a team where 7 out of the top 10 players in Liverpool's history have won more games in 200 games. Like Virgil van Dijk's on like 176. Like it's absolutely insane, the numbers. It's just the fact that doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter with the adversity of the referees, of the officials, of the games, the injuries, you know, the fixtures, the fixture list, the times we play. Just doesn't matter. We are just doing it and we are winning. We're scoring goals, creating chances. Players are playing out their skin. Players that come in are just replacing the other players seamlessly. Like, who'd have thought that you could lose all your left backs, your right back, who's played probably the best right back in the world, and the best striker in the Premier League, and still beat all the best teams, still smash Chelsea, still go away and beat Arsenal. Unfortunately, Bilal, we did at your ground in the Cup with all our best players missing. I just think this is something to really be excited about. And the next manager is inheriting some incredible mentality in players and some incredible youngsters coming through. And I just think the future's bright. Like whoever it is, you know, whether it's Amaron, whether it's Alonso, you know, please don't let it be Thomas Frank.
Graham Potter, come on.
And I genuinely believe you'll draw at Sheffield United, Bilal.
What the hell?
That's a shout if I've heard one.
Because you've
when
dropped
I'm
points
coming
there
on
before.
stream anymore.
Hey, Mac, I
Sad
admire
take.
your positivity. I like it. 3 games to go is a bit of I don't know, Colonel. Respond if you may.
So here's the thing, K-Mac. You see, I rate you, yeah? Because every time we talk and before you came in, I'm like, I'm interested to hear what stat you're coming with. You know, nobody really hear none of the stat you just said, K-Mac. And it's so sad. Man's hung up on 3 games to go when we're winning it. They didn't care about none of the stats you just said, bro. Big man stat you dropped there, you know. They don't hear none of the stat you dropped. They think that stat is irrelevant, but they're going to tell me statistically you can't count out City. But they're not listening to the stats you just dropped.
We're talking about Liverpool history, and we have 7 players who have won more games in 200 games. 7 in the top 10 of our history. And we're talking about the dynasties that we won, where we were just winning all the European Cups, all of the leagues. And we have players of that caliber that are still in the team that have won that many games. It's hard to not see.
Please don't mind, K-Mac. I'm going to bring up all the comments, positive and negative. Hope you don't mind, because that's the point of debate. Some people will call you delusional. Some people will call you brilliant. Exactly. Some people will call you positive and make sense. So it is what it is. You know, I get it. But that's a wild call, Bilal. Even from an Arsenal point of view, like 3 games to go, will it be not as tight as that?
To be honest, right, when I look at Liverpool's fixture list, right, it is the easiest one on paper. Right? Obviously, Man City is the tough game, but it's still at Anfield, so you still favour Liverpool in that game. But it's the last 3 games. That's why when you say 3 games to go, obviously you got Tottenham, I think Villa and Wolves, 3 hard games. Didn't you guys play Wolves recently?
Every time we play last games of the season. Every time, yeah.
We have Wolves the last 3 seasons.
That computer that they do the fixtures, they need to check that one. Honestly,
the
but
Newcastle or Wolves.
Yeah.
Since we've had Klopp.
it always happens. You end up having like the same fixtures. I feel like Arsenal play Man United always early, Tottenham early, and yeah, it's one of them ones. I feel like the computer update that one. AI, as Zub said, a couple of weeks ago, we need to implement AI in all things football. But anyway, yeah, in terms of Liverpool, if you're a Liverpool fan, I understand you guys being confident because when, as I said, you look at that fixture list, the only thing for me, if I'm Liverpool now, is that you need to get to that Man City game and you need to at least not lose that game, right? If you get past that game, then the confidence is going to increase even more. And then if you guys obviously I suspect you're going to keep going through obviously in the Europa League, that's when it's going to become a little bit more challenging. Obviously the FA Cup as well. Like how seriously do you take the FA Cup, the Europa League? How seriously do you take that if you're still really pushing for the league, especially with the injuries that you guys are accumulating, balancing that Thursday to Sunday? You got an FA Cup game, like it's gonna be.
So of the others though, which is a good thing. Man City are gonna go further.
Yeah, Man City is still
Arsenal,
in it,
you're gonna definitely go further. All three teams. K-Mac, I'm gonna keep it moving because more and more people are trying to join in the studio because it's a madness tonight. But thank you very much for your positive spreading the Liverpool positivity.
We haven't lost an Anfield game at home in 83 games with fans, by the way. Just
no, I agree with
Hey,
you.
man, just tell them the stats, man, because they ain't listening, man.
Just sit back down with that one because anyone who's coming to Anfield is going to go home with no points.
So that's what Man City have to fight against. We'll see if they can somehow conjure up something. Fair play to them, but obviously, as I said, most people would favour Liverpool in that game. If you get past that game, then listen, I have no qualms with you guys being confident.
And I totally love all the Arsenal positivity, but there was only one team that was winning that game in the second half, and it wasn't Arsenal until we fucked up. I'm out of here.
Fair enough. As I said, callers are here to give their opinions. That's exactly what it's about. Whether you agree or disagree, we're here to listen and facilitate. I didn't agree with much. I agreed with a lot. Sorry, I didn't agree with all. I agreed with much. But it's a waveform that, for me, is going to be all crucial for Liverpool, from Liverpool point of view. I'm never going to call out Arsenal.
Can I do a callback?
Arsenal. Go on.
Can I give you a callback? So remember before the Arsenal game.
Bilal, 1 second. Let Bilal run because Bilal needs to jet in it. Bilal?
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Big up, guys.
Big up, Bilal. Every time, man.
Make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Take care.
100%. Safe, bro.
Don't know. So, Grizz, before the Arsenal game, he was like, yo, Zabir, you wouldn't take a draw before the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
You didn't listen to me.
No.
You didn't listen to me.
All right, I didn't, right?
I know you didn't.
But if K-Mac is telling you we can win the league right now with 3 games to go, you wouldn't sign up for that right now.
No,
what would you need to wait for to sign up for that? Is what I'm asking.
What do you mean? Of course I'm signing up for that. Of course I want that. I don't think that's realistic. There's a difference between me thinking it's realistic and me not wanting that or wanting to sign up to that. What's difficult? If you think that's realistic, no problem. If you think we've won the league, three games to go and we're going to win the league against this Man City and this Arsenal, look, we're cussing Man City today. We're cussing Man City today, aren't we? They didn't lose.
No.
They didn't lose. Haaland missed a bag of chances. Look, we're cussing Man City. We think, it's all over, whatever. Man City didn't lose. We're treating it like a loss because that's the nature of the league that we're fucking with. They didn't lose. Let me remind people. Let me run up an order, man. Okay, we have. Who did we have next?
I think it's the AQ.
No.
The
King
new
Albert.
caller.
Nice. It's Albert.
Oh yeah, Albert. Then AQ, the new caller.
Albert, AQ, Quasi, Shane. AQ, Quasi, Albert. Sorry, Albert, AQ, Quasi, and Shane. Why are you laughing, man? I'm getting confused, and it's hard.
Yeah, Albert will put that pressure on your neck, is what I'm saying. You think K-Mac was worse? Albert gonna come in here with that pressure. Uncle, what you saying? I know you relax.
Not a whole lot. Grizz, how are you? It's been a while.
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm mighty. I'm healthy. Everything's everything. Thank you.
Yeah, you look healthy. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get Bilal because I was gonna ask him whether he's missed the way to his Baba or he's about to release an Amapiano album. But hey, His hair's grown since the last time I met him.
Leave him alone, man. They're in a good way, man. Why are you doing that to Bilal, man? He's in a good way, man.
You know, I hate all them Arsenal fans, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
I
You and Zuberi, I
have
know
a
you and
strong
Zuberi
aversion.
hate them.
I have a strong aversion for cannonballs, man. I hate them fuckers, man.
No, fair enough.
Listen, I heard Diallo saying something that I thought was very interesting. For somebody who's writing a dissertation, I'm surprised he doesn't like to look at the statistics. Arsenal have had to score 14 goals in the last 3 matches to even come close to having the goal difference that Liverpool have. We've scored more goals than everybody else. We have, until today, I still think we've conceded less than everybody else. If you look at a 38 game season, invariably one thing sticks out almost all the time. The teams that have the best goal difference win the league. So go back and look at every single statistic that matters. Liverpool is either top or just today, Arsenal got one
above.
Yeah, one above, and they've had to score 14 goals to get there. So
It's
we
two.
are
It's
not
two
where
above.
we are by chance. Sorry? It's one.
You're correct. You're correct in how many they have to score in the last 3 games, but now they have a 2 goal difference.
It's one.
No. I'm saying. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong stat. They've conceded 2 less goals than us. That's what they got right now.
Oh, okay. So basically, we are not where we are by happenstance, and for that aberration at the Emirates Stadium, and K-Mac was right because I was sitting right there. We were going to win that match, and in a season, how many times will you get Alisson and Verge to commit harikari? Doesn't happen often. It won't happen often. The difference between Liverpool this season and Liverpool of other seasons is that we've been winning the matches we should win. We went to Newcastle, we were behind, 9 men, 10 men, we won. We've been winning all those banana skin matches like today. We have never won at the GTEC Stadium before. Today we won 4-1. This same Chelsea team that gave Man City so much trouble, we completely smashed them. It's the same players. I was sitting there too. I mean, basically the last game I saw was the Burnley match. I just came back to Ghana, like I think on Monday or something like that. I just don't understand anybody who says we are not where we are by happenstance. It just doesn't happen. Liverpool are playing well. What they are doing, what Klopp is doing, and at the end of the season, at the beginning of the season, if you remember, Zuberi, I told you that Klopp is playing possum. He wants to win the league. At that time, I didn't even know that he was intending to leave, but he wants to win the league. But he's taking the pressure off his players by saying, "Oh, this is Klopp 2.0 rebuild, yada yada yada." But he fully intended to win the league. Make no mistake about it. I also think that maybe today, those people who keep saying that we should take the money for Salah, whatever it is they are smoking, they should stop smoking it because it's not good. Zuberi,
No, man,
remember
this
the
is
last
very
time
good. I'm saying that. Yeah, I'm saying Salah now. I'm smoking something good, bro. Some fine Gurkha right here, man.
What is it? Is it a Cohiba?
No, it's a Gurkha cigar, man. It's Gurkha.
Listen, stop smoking whatever
Can
it is
I ask you
man.
guys, can you, while you're doing the cigar chat, because obviously the football chat takes precedence, but the cigar chat, I wanted to ask you something, yeah? So, just
Go ahead.
before we went, Albert, before we went live, right?
Mhm.
Like Colonel was going through the selection and just like feeling it up, smelling it, and all of that business. What's he doing?
I wouldn't know. I've never smoked
So-
anything in my life, so I wouldn't know.
So
The only
basically,
thing is this.
Zaberi,
The
what does that
thing is
mean?
this,
What's that process? What's that process?
So basically, it's the tobacco and the way it's wrapped. So the tobacco have like these moisture in it at certain humidity, and it brings out the flavor of the tobacco. So Like you can do it like a Black Mile, any type of cigarettes. If it's real crunchy, that means the tobacco is dry, and you can almost smell the aroma of the tobacco as well. You can curate it in like a humidifier at like between 65 to 75 humidity percentage, and it'll bring back the flavors of the tobacco. So I was just trying to go through because I season the humidor and make sure, you know what I'm saying, it's at the right humidity levels. So some of them wasn't quite ready, but I had some in there, so I didn't remember which one was in there. So I had to like sniff it out, basically.
There you go. That's what makes. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's always an explanation. There's always an.
Yeah.
But LFC Aaron says, imagine Grizz smoking that. That hat will be up in flames. Yeah. Yeah, leave me out. Leave me out. Leave me out of this shit. But
So Zuberi, remember the last conversation we had, and I was very adamant that Liverpool should not be even contemplating selling Salah. What Salah gives you is what he did today. I think that we will win the league, and I'll tell you why we win the league.
wow.
We are going to beat Man City. We are going to beat them. Arsenal and Man City will get a draw, and that will be the end of the league.
Simple as
We are
that.
going to beat them. It's as simple as, you see, because I told you earlier, we are beating the teams we should beat. Remember, even the Luton game that we didn't play well, and we should have lost that Luton game. What happened? We managed to scrap a point. That's the difference between Liverpool today and Liverpool last season, the season before. We were losing games we shouldn't be losing. This season, we are not doing that. The banana skin games, we are winning. So there's 13 games left. We will win the league. I mean, it's as simple as that. For me, I remember we had this conversation. It's as simple as that. And it will be a fitting ending to Klopp's reign. And then we move on from there.
Both of you in the past, I want to before we keep it moving, I want to ask this last point. Both of you have been, from what I remember, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, slightly critical of Klopp last season. Here to there says, cheers, gentlemen. Have to give Klopp and the squad credit for getting results despite the injuries. I know Colonel's opinions, you know what I mean, on Klopp and everything. Albert, man.
What did Klopp say about himself regarding last season? He said he should have been fired. So I don't have to say it for him. He knows he was complete ass. I mean, I maintain that one of the reasons why we are doing better this year is because Jordan Henderson is not in the team. People can criticize me all they want, and I'm saying it, right? Go and watch how Ajax are playing, and you believe what I'm saying. Thing is this. Klopp has turned the team around. He's turned the season around. He has gotten rid of his whole midfield. He got rid of Keita. He got rid of Fabinho. He got rid of Henderson. Got rid of Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's putting new players in the midfield who are relentless. I mean, look at Alexis McAllister. Look at what he gives you. Look at Endo. I didn't want Endo in the team. I said a lot of shit about Endo, and I was fucking wrong. So I'm saying that there is a science to what he has done. Klopp, I never questioned Klopp's prowess as a manager. I was saying that last season his team was bad, and he himself has said it without any equivocation that the owners should have told him to leave, but the owners don't operate that way. That were his words. And there are many teams in which the owners, a team of Liverpool size and level, they would have said, look, dude, this is not us. We are fit. We've lost 60 million euro because we didn't play in the Champions League time to go. So this season he's turning around. And if I told you that I have any criticism, Grizz, even look at the way he hooks players. He hooks strength. He hooks Salah. He hooks everybody. He doesn't wait until the 78th minute to bring in Milner. He hooks you halftime, you are gone. And then when they ask him in the press conference and you say, oh, he was injured. That's not true. He just fucking hooked you. That's the relentless and ruthless Klopp that I wanted to see last season. Because as far as I was concerned, he should have pulled Henderson out of that team by the third or fourth game. Right? He's being ruthless this year. He's getting the results. And if I was willing to criticize him last season, then I should be giving him his flowers for what he's doing now. End
That's
of
what I
story.
love about. That's what I love about people that can be humble and say, "Yeah, listen, I was reactionary. I said things, but guys turned it around. And yeah, he made mistakes last season. No one is saying he was good last season. Of course, we know he was poor, and we know the ruthlessness wasn't there. And I said it. I said if he's gonna show me something different, obviously we didn't see this coming, him going at the end of the season. But we said if he's gonna turn this around, he has to be more ruthless. And Albert's just spelled it out. How ruthless has he been? Even Pixelated Pigeon says facts. Klopp's approach to
He
subs
got rid of his 5 most prominent midfielders. 5 of them, he got rid of all of them without firing a shot. So he has done what the truth of the matter is, and Grizz, we've been in this thing long enough. We all prayed that certain players will leave the team. Many people couldn't speak it, but they prayed it. And it happened. So maybe the guy is in our spaces. Maybe he watches our broadcast. He watches Grizz. He watches, maybe, because Klopp always talks about the social media commentators always criticizing him. How did he know they were criticizing him if he doesn't have an eye in what is going on? He's not stupid. So I'm simply saying that, look, we are playing a lot better than we're playing. Look, we are top of the league. So what else should I say? Last season, by this time, we're 7th. Go back.
It's mad, isn't it? Do you know the way I look at it? Look how many people have lauded Man City in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Like, loaded up. Like, here comes City. Here comes Kevin De Bruyne. Here comes Haaland. Yet we're 4 points ahead of them at this stage. I know they got Kevin hand, but
remember what Klopp said when Kevin De Bruyne came back? He said some people start getting a cough when Kevin De Bruyne is warming up.
It's madness the way the narrative is built up about us. But anyway, I'm not here to give my opinion today. Albert,
they don't want us to win the league. There's a conspiracy against Liverpool.
Did you see today the way they had Brentford cameras in the Brentford changing room, high-fiving each other, hugging each other, building it up today? Yep. Brentford are looking serious, motivated. They're gonna, they wanted a big killing today, but we didn't let it happen. Albert, it's been a while. Thank you very much for calling in. I'm gonna keep it moving because we got a whole heap of callers. Love you and respect you. Take care of yourself,
bro. Take care, Zuberi. We'll talk again, bro.
You're a legend.
Bigger man. You spit nothing but facts still.
Thank you. All right, who did we have? We got AQ, Quasi. What did I say after that? AQ.
I know Quasi. Shane was in there somewhere after Quasi.
AQ, Quasi, Shane, Mike Das. AQ, Quasi, Shane, Mike Das. And then we've got Joe Riley and Indian Scouser. All right, so that's the order. You're going to help me with that? You're going to remember?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
AQ, Quasi, Shane, Mike, Joe, Indian Scouser. That's the order. All right. And then I'll take it after that from there. All right, AQ's in the building. AQ, welcome to the stream, my brother. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, man, do you hear me?
We can hear you, my bro. What's going on?
All right, first of all, Grizz, I'm a huge fan. I'm out here in the U.S., so I basically, you're like my spirit out there, especially in the Big Six show. You're hammering those guys for us. Don't let them talk shit about Salah. Don't let them talk shit about Trent. So big up, Grizz.
Do you know what it is, my bro? First and foremost, respect. Thank you very much for the kind words. Secondly, sometimes I get a bit ultra aggressive and ultra defensive, but you know how it is, man. I ain't letting people talk shit on my Kings and on my team, especially whilst we're on the top. If we're down below and if we're middle, then you got to hold it sometimes and be humble and lower your gaze. You understand? And lower your head. But while we're up there and they're talking shit, I ain't having it, bro. I ain't having it. So apologies to the non-Liverpool fans that maybe think, Grizz is too arrogant and aggressive on the Big Six. Listen, it's a jungle out there. You already know it's a jungle out there. And them tigers and lions, the rest of the Big Five, you know what I mean? I need to stay aware of them and on top of them. But thank you very much for the kind words, AQ. What's happening?
Oh, absolutely, man. I got 3 things to say. 1, this sounds kind of dramatic, but I really think the 2 MRIs tomorrow might decide our season. Curtis Jones and Diego Jota. what I'm hearing on Twitter, Klopp is saying it's serious. I personally think Curtis Jones, this crazy shout, outside of Salah, I think Curtis Jones has been Liverpool's second best player this season. I think defensively we've been good. VVD's back, but I'm not a defense wins titles type of guy. I think in Pep era you need attack. Curtis Jones has been part of our attack. He's been massive this season. I'm dreading that MRI. Hopefully, inshallah, brother Grizz, inshallah, those injuries, nothing crazy, especially Jota too.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I agree. Right.
Nah,
It
you
could
can't
be
agree,
good to-
Grizz. Nah, you can't
Nah,
agree,
I-
man.
I-
Listen,
I-
you
I-
can't
I-
agree
I-
to that,
I-
bro. You
Okay,
can't
let me
agree
give
to
my opinion. Let me give my opinion. Then you come and shoot it down. What AQ is saying, I absolutely hear it because people that listen to my rubbish on a weekly basis from years will know what I think of Jota. Like Jota is my guy. Of course, Mohamed Salah is the king. Of course, Darwin Núñez is the chaos and the X factor. Of course, Luis Diaz is the dazzling winger and coming clutch right now. And of course, Gakpo, in my opinion, is a deadly finisher. Don't get it twisted. But Diogo Jota, for me, is the glue, Colonel. He's a mean machine. All the others need to have a good game to be in the output out, if you know what I mean, and being efficient. Jota doesn't need to be having a good game. There's going to be games during the rest of the season where we're not having a good game, where our attack's not functioning, midfield might not be providing. That's where Diogo comes in handy. And if we haven't got that, you remember you was talking about Man City not having the ability to change stuff. How many times have we had the ability to change stuff because of the 5 forwards we have? If that's now suddenly 4, that diminishes our chances, my bro. And Curtis Jones, my brother Curtis Jones. What a comeback. I know you don't want to speak about Curtis Jones too much, but I'm going to make you speak about Curtis Jones. Because what AQ is saying about Curtis Jones, there's a lot of relevance in it. Curtis Jones has been, again, the glue of the midfield. Ever present, missed a handful of games. New midfield, but he's been there from the old guard, being the young guard, to the mature guard. So Curtis Jones and Jota, I hear what AQ is saying. I hear it. I'm not sure if I believe it's going to change the title aspirations. The aspirations are still the same, but it will have an effect, Colonel.
No, I mean, it's basically the same thing I was telling you earlier. AQ, I hear what you're saying, right? And if you're sitting in this moment and worrying about like the result, you know, sometimes you're going for a regular checkup because there ain't nothing wrong with you. But just sitting in that environment, you're like, yo, what if they find this? Yo, so the what if start playing on you. You see what I'm trying to say, AQ? So I'm not saying like the relevance of Curtis, he is relevant to us. But bro, it's a squad. Our squad don't hinge on one player. People said losing Salah, oh my God, how are we gonna get through it? We got through it, and he's back. You see what I'm trying to say? And Jota held it down. Think of this. Gakpo, hit and miss in a few games, more consistently miss. The game Jota goes down, he's a big hit, goal and assist. What I'm trying to say to you is the way the team has been moving throughout this entire season, hence the reason why we are where we are. Every time someone goes down and we go into the hospital to check on him, we're like, yo, what if they say he got cancer? Oh my God, what if he doesn't come back? The guy that steps in does the job. Robbo went down. What it was saying, yo, Simicast ain't that guy. Simicast proved he was the guy. Simi went down. We're like, Robbo ain't even back yet. Joey became the guy. We're like, Trent, oh my God, what are you going to do? We don't have Trent. Bradley became the guy. Jones going down, bro. I think we're just gonna find a new guy. We're just gonna keep finding ways because that is how we've been this entire season. We've revamped the midfield. You know what man told me? I don't know this new midfield. I don't really rate it. We can't win the league without a 6. Look where we are. So every time someone pops up like you and be like, yo, I think this is it. Statistically, it's proven that wasn't it. We just kept going, man. We just kept going. So believe me when I say Steven Gerrard words. We go again, bro.
I believe it, but it reaches a point where it's just too much. And that kind of goes on to my second point. This is Klopp when at the end of the season, regardless of like what trophies we win, Klopp has been the best manager in the Premier League this season. I know you got a high earlier saying Arsenal have been the best coach team this season. what Klopp has dealt with this season. You guys remember Claudio Ranieri? He was called the Tinker Man. This season, Klopp is the Tinker Man. This season, this is his best season out of his 9 years at Liverpool, in my opinion. So that goes back to your saying, like, yes, I think the squad can come through, but it just reaches a point to me where it's just too much. But hopefully you're right. Gravenberch was outstanding today. He came on. But yeah, lastly, man, I gotta head out. Last thing I want to say is the title is not over yet. The title, in my opinion, is gonna come down to match week 37. There's 3 games that week for the 3 teams. Man City are gonna be playing at Fulham. Liverpool are playing at Villa Park. Arsenal are playing at Man United. That all 3 games are going to be on a Sunday.
Wow.
It's going to be 1 point all between each other, and the game's going to come down to that week. That's all I have to say.
Wow.
No, I'm gonna have to write that one down, because if it comes down to that, I might be where you are, the boiling point. Because Liverpool fans, we have this boiling point where it's like, we can't take it anymore. It's too much. I feel like that's where you are with the injury, and I feel like you're also putting another boiling point. You said match week 37 is another boiling point. That's Grizz.
I don't know what to say, man. I'm not even looking that far. AQ, thank you very much for calling in. Shane McGee says, AQ, you're nervous like the rest of us. Get on the bus and enjoy the ride, bro.
All right, much love, bro. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Big up,
the rest.
Man.
Big up yourself. Up the Reds, he says. Dan Carlson says, Grizz, how good is Wataru Endo?
Yeah, you tell him, Grizz. How good is Wataru
You tell
Endo?
him, man. I know you want to speak. You tell him. You tell him. That's you. That's you.
Now,
right
you know
there,
what? You know what's also something I never touched on today, and I probably should have touched on it. So I've been measuring McAllister in the 8th. He had one shaky game, really poor. The second game, he got kicked about and got injured. And then the last game we played with him in the 8th, I think we won that game. I think it was Burnley. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't a lot of data to measure him. And this is his 4th game in the 8th. And I have to say, from having a poor game, getting kicked about, having an okay game to a decent game today, getting a goal in his performance today was very good. McAllister is all right. He's certified in my book. He can go from 6 to 8 at any day. He can go flirt into 10 if he wants to. Mac 10.
You know what? McAllister today was so nice. So nice. I know certain people didn't enjoy his last performance against, who was it the other day? I can't remember. But
He played Burnley. I think it was Burnley. He was
Burnley, yeah. But today, and it shows you the intelligence of the guy. He just needed a game to just refocus and realign what it means to be an 8 or a 10. And today he was magic. I really enjoyed his performance. And Endo is doing his business, bro. I anyone disrespect Endo, man, you're just a nasty guy, man. You're a nasty guy if you disrespect Endo. Simple as. He might not be everyone's cup of tea. He's not amazing. But to disrespect someone like that who comes in while the hype was about Caicedo and Lavia, and where's the bids for Caicedo and Lavia, and now we're falling for Endo, and this guy's coming like a cold-blooded killer, picking up a yellow every.
Nah, you know what? I'm convinced. Grizz. I'm convinced Hendo puts in his mouthpiece and he comes in and he does his job and he goes, I don't think they know I'm here. Now I gotta let my name go in the book. I gotta let them know I'm here. That foul was unnecessary. Man, just body check.
Wait, how is he? Can people let me know? Can people tell me? I'm seriously intrigued. How has Endo not served the suspension? You trying to tell me he hasn't had 5 yellow cards? Like, people, let me know.
Nah, Grizz, nah.
He's got 13, man. He's got 13, bro. He's got 13 yellow cards. I'm not letting anyone tell me he ain't got.
No. I know what it is. I remember this conversation. So it's how much you accumulate up to January, and then after January it's how much you accumulate.
It starts again.
Yeah. So he's fresh again. So he's good. He's good. He's got
7 in the league. Wait, he's got 7. He's played 6 games.
Nah, he might have had like 4, then hit the reset. Now he's on 3.
How's he got 7 whilst playing 6 games? Man's got more yellow card. 10 appearances. He's a madness. He's a
Maybe they
madness.
save in the
man.
blue card form. I don't know, bro, but nah, I rate Endo still.
Talmizi, big up Talmizi, he's in the building. He says Endo has a book called Jewel. It's about evolution and growth of a footballer. Sadly, it's published in Japanese. No way. Is that real facts, yeah?
Nah, Endo got a
Big
book.
up. Wait, we need to get that translated, man. That book needs to get on the.
Bruh.
Wait, that must be a big seller. Endo's got a book called Jewel. Talmizi coming with some insight there, man. Big up Talmizi every time. Every time, Talmizi, one of the nice guys. Graham's in the building. He says, "Evening, Grizz. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I love the channel and you're a good guy." Thank you very much. I think Liverpool are winning the league. Thank you very much. Ruthless at the moment, and we're very impressive today. I'm not gonna lie. So are you guys, Graham. You guys, and I've been singing your praises for a little while, and people laughed at me a few weeks ago. I'm like, I thought you said Arsenal going to be in the title race, Chris. Look at them now. They're in the title race. Help me out, man. Who did I say is next, man?
I think it's Quasi.
Quasi, Shane,
it's
Mike,
Quasi, Shane, and then also
Mike,
Joe Riley.
Joe, and Indian. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Quasi, Shane, Mike, Joe, Indian Scouser. Yeah. I think they're going to be the last callers of the show. I don't think we're going to have time for anyone else, but let's see how it goes. Quasi's in the building. Quasi, my brother.
Big up, big up, big up. How y'all doing?
Good, man.
We here, bro. We here. We here.
Zuberi, I'm glad that you repented on your sins by bigging up McAllister. Now understand that he's a good midfielder.
How many sins is this brother?
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. You can't come in here and say I repented.
You did the same thing yesterday, so I had to come back at you today.
No, what do you mean repent, bro? I'm measuring the guy off the 8th position. That's it.
Right. But
I didn't say McAllister was world class. Did I say it was world class, Grizz?
No, nobody's talking about world class. We're talking about how you measure. So
so I'm saying, Quasi, before you come shoot me down, make it look like I'm a criminal in that with these accusations. All I've said is I've measured him. He's played 4 games in the 8, and he's growing into the position.
Yes.
Has he played 4 games?
In the 8th position. Yeah. One was very bad, non-existent. The second one he got kicked about. Burnley, he was okay. This game, he started shaky, but he grew into it. Quasi, thank you for noticing. All I'm saying is I'm measuring these footballers very accurately. I measure people off factual data, not emotions and hearsay and X. I measure them off data that I can see. And he's growing into the position. That's all I've said. I'm not repenting for nothing.
Hey, what's the name? Sleeping Dragon. There's the barbershop, man. Come through the Questi Bowl TV and, hang out with us. Zuberi is always a big panel out there, and we begging, Grizz Can. We don't have the money yet for Grizz Can to come through, but we're working on it.
Hey man, come on, man. You don't need that shit.
Grizz can handle them conversations still,
I'm family, man. Come on. Nah, man, you don't need to.
What do you say, no, man?
But big up, Grizz. Big up, Zuberi and the chat. Appreciate you guys having me on. Grizz, I have to hold you in contempt. You said 10 games wins the league, right?
No. You said From now. Yeah.
10 wins.
Including City.
Yes, I agree with you too. So why you disagree with K-Mac? Because you win that
10 game win it with 3 games to go.
3 games left.
But I never said we're gonna win those 10 games in a row. No, I'm not stuttering. Don't try to catch me stuttering. I said 10 games wins us 10. If you give me the opportunity, I'll flow like a harpoon.
No, I see you. Very well played, sir. We're a very wise war chief. I see what you did there.
Veteran. But listen, if we win 10 games, if we win 10 games in a row, the title's there, including City. If we win our next 10 games, we win the title.
I agree.
But
I agree.
Do you see us winning the next 10 games, including trips to the people that I said and the teams we want? I don't. I think we're going to drop points, but I also think Arsenal are going to drop points. And I also think City are going to drop points. So I'm not saying we're the only ones that are going to drop points.
Right.
If people have misinterpreted me as saying that, then you're wrong. Let me correct myself. I think everyone's going to drop points.
Yes.
But it's just a matter of, for us, in my opinion, getting 10 wins on the board. And don't get me wrong, the other 3 results, it could be 2 draws. That would be nice. I don't think we can afford more than 1 defeat, though. That's what I will say. Okay, that'll make sense. I don't think we can afford to drop points in more than 2 more games.
I agree. Personally, at this point, I'm starting a new hashtag 3 points. I don't care about the performance. Just give me 3 points. Right? At this point, this end game. We are the end game right now. We just need the 3 points. However we get it, I don't care. And it's sad that we got 3 big injuries right now. Hopefully,
That's a killer blow, man.
yeah,
Look, I
hopefully,
know, Colonel. Do you know, Quasi? Colonel's been saying, we just need to carry on, and the substitute, the people that have come in to the people that already been injured, suspended. I hear him.
Yeah.
Everything he said was spot on. Everyone that has stepped in has been brilliant.
Yeah.
Like hasn't let the level drop.
Right.
How much can a squad keep doing that when it comes to the crunch time? And we're not talking 1 or 2 players. We're talking Trent, Sabozalai, Allison, Matip, now Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota. I've named you 6, in my opinion,
Nunes.
starters.
Possibly Nunes.
Yeah, now Nunes is okay. Nunes is probably. That's 6 starters. Someone told me they're not 6 starters. Wow. Now, to be where we are, and in the position that we are, with 6 starters infrequently missing throughout the season.
I mean, I agree with you. Also, I'm on the mindset of Zuberi, which is next man up. At this point, like I said, we are the end game right now. Next man up. Come in, just give us 5 good games. We will replace you with the next person, take off the next 5 games, right? So we need the guys. And it's not just the league. We got Europa Cup in up. Of course, Sunday we play the Carabao Cup final and then FA Cup going in. So club will have to trust the kids again with the FA Cup and see what they do, right? But I think at this point, club and the team are the mindset of this is what they call it, The Last Dance. And I'm pretty sure we probably gonna call the documentary The Last Dance, Club The Last Dance. So if you can't even give yours all, whatever happens, happens. But we believe that you're gonna win. And even with Salah, people say he's not leaving. Some people say he's gonna leave. He could say they could be my last dance also. So I'm gonna give everything, win everything that I need to win, score more goals. And one thing that I'm very happy what I saw today when Salah came on. He brushed off the rust pretty quick. Within about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that miss was nasty. That miss was nasty.
And a couple of passes, we're like, okay. But one thing that I want Salah to understand is, since he left, the team has been very well balanced, right? Teams can figure out what we're gonna do. So it's very hard for them to figure out which side to, D up. Usually when Salah been there, we're always right side dominant. And every team always focus on the right side. And we also play on the right side. But if Salah could, temper down and say, you know what, let's do what you guys been doing while I was gone. That will make him more dangerous because other teams can figure out what we're going to do. And today you saw it. When that rust went off, Salah was unplayable. I mean, over the touchline, that dribble that he did over, I forgot who he was. And it was crazy. And also Bradley, that's the man of my heart, man. This boy.
Man. People haven't, you know what? I'm very surprised we haven't had a chat about Conor Bradley today.
No, Bradley has, I'm a big him up because Zuberi and I thought maybe Klopp would be play safe and play Gomez. But Klopp was like, nah, you go get yourself, get your mind off the hard stuff that you're going through right now. And he did very well. And one person also I need to big up. People don't love him, Gravenberch. And I'm begging Klopp, please keep him on the left side and let him have enough of the ball. He is not good without the ball. We've seen that when he goes to the right side and trying to be struggling, or whoever is on the right side will be struggling because he doesn't track back. But today, he played well. He played well for somebody who has not been playing. Yeah.
I think that was his best.
One of his
performance
best.
So far. I can't think of a better performance that in terms of the situation, in terms of the opposition. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting another performance of his. Someone correct me if you think I'm wrong. Maybe you used to know a better performance. I think for me that was his best 45 minutes or
Yeah.
so, whatever, how long it was. I think
And
so.
I totally agree. He played, and I'll give it up to the whole team because I know Grizz, you and Zuberi had a good conversation a couple of weeks ago, and I tried to copy it by inviting Zuberi on my show to do the same thing you guys were doing. And you talked about how Klopp made so many subs against Chelsea, and that resulted into a goal against us. And I mentioned to Zuberi against Norwich, he did the same thing, and Norwich also scored that super goal. But today, with all the injuries, we had 3 injuries, and the performance did not change. Everybody came in. You know what I mean? Everybody came in, and I guess that's why Zuberi is saying it doesn't matter right now. Next man up, you come in, just give us your all, and then we good. You know, so let's hope that the team continues like that. I like what Robo is doing. He's more calm. He's not doing that. You know, the old school Robo just always bombing forward without thinking what's going on. But McAllister should be on the right if Dom is not ready yet, and Gravenberch should stay on the left. Your boy Wataru is that's the 6 should be his till he gets suspended, and I hope he doesn't get suspended.
We're still trying to work out how he
Yeah,
has
but before I go, it's Grace, people have to give je ne sais quoi to Nunes. You can't tell me that tip was not saucy.
Can I ask you guys?
Talk about Nunes?
Okay,
Go.
can I ask you guys? Be honest with me. Don't give me shit because I can tell when people give me shit. Yeah, please be honest. Honest, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
When he was going through 1-on-1,
yes,
please tell me your feelings. Don't lie now and say that I knew he's.
No. Every time Nunes goes in,
I like honesty.
No. Every time Nunes go in, right, or get an opportunity, I put up the gun finger, right? All right, I'm not like this bad man gunman, but I just like I put up the gun finger, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, when he scored, I'm like, whoa, one shot, one hit. So that's all. I've always done it ever since I talk about the gun 1 in 17. Mm-hmm. You know, just not hitting target. Ever since then, every time he goes in, I'm like, connected. I connected. You know what I'm saying? So it was 1-1, bro. For in that moment, it was cold. I rate it, and long may continue. I don't want to be. That's how I am with Nunes now, Grizz. Every time he got.
Yep.
But today it was.
Like, whoa! What was
it? Did you really think he's gonna score? Was you confident?
I thought he was gonna pass it back to Jota.
Exactly what
I thought he was gonna pass it back to Jota, but then I watched it again. I was like, Nunes is smart because he saw that Jota was offside. When he received the ball, Jota was a little bit ahead of, because the ball came a little bit behind. So I was like, oh, okay, I see why he didn't pass it back.
Is that something Bobby would have done? That's something Bobby would have done.
That's something Bobby would have done. You know, and I'm hoping that, you know, he comes back. This is it could be something great for Nunes, where he's looking at it like, I can do this, you know. Maybe this is the time where I open the floodgate, you know, it's been tricklets of drops. Now maybe this the floodgate is in his up. But big up to Kelleher again. Zuberi, we're not gonna go there. I'll see you on at the barbershop when you come through. We'll talk about Kelleher because you made some wild accusations. No.
Hold on. No, we're not gonna let him get away with that, Quasi. We're gonna bring him to the court. We're gonna bring him to the front of the court and say, what are you saying? What are you saying? What you been saying? What you been saying?
Well, you know, Zuberi didn't feel that the amount of praise at the time, the gentleman who I was doing the show with, Brian, we were giving too much praise to a number 2. And Brian had made a comment that he is the best number 2 in the league. So
okay.
Zuberi didn't want to hear that. He said, you can't give a praise to a number 2 like that.
Who's the best number 2 in your opinion then, if it's not Kelleher? Just curiosity. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing.
Ramsdale.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that
Ramsdale isn't a number 2.
No, I hear that. I like that. You played it smart. You clever fucker. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
But Kelleher, you got to give him credit. He gave you some world-class saves today. Those 2 goals. That is the first goal.
He dug one out, Quasi, and I'm like, shit. Like, it's one of the moments where,
You said,
bro, the way,
like, I need to praise him.
I'm like, yo. But then when Tony put it in, I was like, I can't even be mad because
Yeah,
the
that
way
was
he
not
dubbed
him.
that, bro, the way he dubbed that one out, that was
Yeah.
Allison-esque. And by the time he stood up, you know, he was expecting it to be on the floor, but, you know, Tony lifted it over his leg. And I was just
Yeah.
like, nah, it's a good goal still, you know. But in that first save, man, I can't see Quasi on that first save at all, man. Because I'm saying he lets in some easy goal, but nah, he stood up, man. And that's what I was trying to say to you, Quasi. It's not like I was dissing him, Grizz. I was basically saying, yo, let's not overrate Kelleher. And then when he does something, let's say it comes down to him to win us the game and he couldn't, we're gonna hold him to that because we expect him to win us the game.
Yeah.
So I just kind of brought it back like, yo, he's good. Let's measure him now that Allison is out. Let's give him a run of games in the Prem and we'll see how he gets on. That's all.
Quasi,
And honestly, he did.
go for it.
Zuberi did say that he came out with some facts saying the last time we saw him being so great was 2 years ago when he won us those 2 cups. So yes, Zuberi.
We need modern data. We can't go off the past, man.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
don't forget the second save though. The one that went off Tony's shoulder.
Magnificent.
That was going in.
Magnificent.
That was going
Magnificent.
in. Yeah.
Quasi, it's been a pleasure, bro.
Thank
We're
you so
gonna
much.
try to-
But Chris, I need two quick favors.
Yes, sir.
One, is it okay if I post my channel so that
Of
people
course,
could
sir.
come
Go
to
for it.
the show?
Go for it. Go and support
Thank
Quasi, people. Go and support
you so
Quasi's
much.
channel. Put the link in the chat, and
Thank
there
you,
you
thank
go.
you. And then the
People, you
second one,
know,
please, tomorrow when you're on the show, the Big Six, tell Tobes, Nigeria jollof is never good.
oh man, oh man.
Big up to
So-
man in the chat. Big up to Grizz, Zuberi, salute. I'll see you later, man.
Take care, my bro. Always a
Man,
pleasure.
to the
my brother.
Nigerian jollof is burnt.
Look
I
out
don't
for
like
yourself.
Nigerian jollof either, still, but I'm not gonna send for those. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to get Toby to cook it for me at some point, and then I'm gonna judge it. I don't judge it until I tasted it. So you understand? Sing G's in the building. He says, "Thank you very much for the super chat, my bro." He says, "Big up, top of the league, Reds. Big up to this panel. I listen all to you, G's. Deserve to be where you are. Hard work paying off, brothers." Zabi in. Yes, bro. We haven't even spoken about the next Liverpool manager, man, because we're so eagerly awaiting the ending of this Liverpool manager's tenure. We've got a whole heap to look forward to yet before we start letting our minds stray to the next match. But big up, Sing G, man. Big up yourself. Thank you very much for the donation to the channel. Crunk King says, Ghanaian jollof is truly the best. I'm gonna have to hold fire until I've tasted all of this business, man. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna message Toby in a minute and say, yo, cook me up some. He owes me back 2-3 meals anyway. So one of them is gonna be jollof. So I'm gonna taste his jollof before I judge it. Who's next? Shane and Mike Dowse, Indian Scouser, and Joe Riley. Was that the order?
Well, I think you
Shane.
switched up the order, but yeah.
No, it was Shane, Mike Dowse, and Indian Scouser. Oh no, Shane, Mike Dowse, Joe, and Indian Scouser. All right, Shane's in the building. Shane, my man.
Shane, what are you saying?
What's going on?
You tell us, bro. What's going on? What's going on?
No, man, good win. Just keep plugging away, you know. Injuries are definitely a concern. The Jota one's gonna hurt for sure. I think hopefully Nunez isn't too bad. But man, what a goal today. What a chip.
Can you tell me and be honest as well, Shane? Like the other, I don't think Colonel's been honest.
No, definitely, man. I wasn't banking him to score, but I did do
so
the.
got it out of you. You wasn't banking in on this.
I was like, okay.
Shane,
It was like
it was slow motion. What was your feeling? Yeah, exactly.
Slow motion.
What was you feeling when he's going through clean? What was you thinking?
He gets put in, and I'm thinking, all right, he's either gonna maybe.
What kind of finish did you want from him, and what kind of finish did you? What did you want him to do in that situation?
Drop the shoulder, go to one side or the other, just slot it.
You went difficult. Grizz, I thought he was gonna like place it
that's not
on the right.
No, see that would have been the okay. Let's go through it. Let's picture ourselves in that situation, right? I don't know if you guys kick ball, but I've kicked a bit of ball back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So what I would have done, and me being honest with you, I wasn't the quickest, but I was technically very gifted, right? If I see Jota on the left, I would have used him. So you guys remember? Will you remember? You guys will remember? I don't know, man. Will you remember Romario? Will you remember? Yeah. Okay. So man like that, what he would have done, or even the great R9 Ronaldo, would have dropped the shoulder, pretended he's gonna pass to him, do that little swivel of the hip. Yeah. Goalkeeper's one way, you're going the other way, empty goal. At that pace, you got to remember at that pace. So they're both hurtling towards the keeper, and Jota gives him a glance. That's what I would have done. Give Jota a glance. Say, yo, you want to tap in?
Yeah, it's just that split second.
Yeah. Now, the lack of confidence finish would have been what Kern was saying. They tried to just tap in the side, hit it early, down to the side. That's lack of confidence. That's like man's panicking,
oozing confidence.
But this brother chose the most difficult thing to do, because guys, the keeper didn't sit down. The keeper was standing.
He didn't.
Yeah.
So he had. So where did that come from?
Do you look at it this way though? Do you expect anything less from him?
I don't know what to expect from him, Shane. I don't know.
Well, I think when you look at it, he always does the hard things easy.
Yeah, I was about to say that statistically, he does all the hard things
Shut up with your statistics, man. We use statistics.
But it is a statistic, bro.
Statistics.
It is. It's always proven. The men miss all the easy stuff. Look at your boy Haaland as well. Bro, some of these men, they find the easy stuff boring. They don't like watching it back. So they go for the hard stuff. And he made that look so easy. I'm like, yo, I don't think I could have dinked that still, you know.
No,
because like you said, the keeper didn't go down, bro. Dinking a keeper that didn't go down, that's messy.
And when he hit it, I for sure thought, all right, this is gonna hit the bar.
It's over or something.
You thought it was a crossbar challenge?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was actually shocked it went in.
But when it went in, because it went in quite comfortable, right? I thought, you're so weird.
I loved it. It's
No, I loved it. No, I absolutely loved it. But I'm thinking the repercussions of that messing up.
Oh.
Like we were talking.
People that said we're not going to win the league because
like we done a pre-match carnage the night before, and I was saying we're not going to get many chances. We have to be ruthless. Looking back, we didn't get that many chances, guys. We were just ruthless, right? Or am I bugging? Did we get loads of chances? I don't remember having us loads of chances. I just think we were cold.
Yeah, no, definitely ruthless. Ruthless is more accurate.
I would agree. Yeah. It's crazy though. It was good. It was a good game. Glad we scored. Mo got on the pitch, looked good. I was a little nervous for him coming on, just because I wanted to make sure his minutes were managed appropriately. But I thought he looked better. I don't think there was any rust. He did have that one little snafu on the first one he got put in on, but you knew he was going to get another one, and he didn't. You know what I mean? He didn't disappoint. So overall, good game. City dropping points, man, huge. Feels good because in the past, I mean, that they picked that game up. They win that game 3-1. You know what I mean? But I agree with Zuberi, man. They are not the same team. They're extremely easy to get in on. Mm-hmm. And it became the KDB cross show, or let's dump it to Doku. And
you said KDB FC.
Honestly, that's what it was, man. And when you look at it, like 18, 19, 21, 22, they're so ticky-tacky. I mean, how many times are they're basically playing 11v11 almost in the own 18 or in the opposition 18 box, and it's just a quick ball across the 6 and, you know, slots it in. And that's how Sterling bags so many goals and looks so good for them. They're not like that anymore, man. It's cross to Haaland or Doku beats it, cross back. I mean, they're an interesting team, and they're so open on the backside. And I thought Chelsea looked very good today.
Next, how you guys feeling now, as opposed to if we were playing Chelsea 4 or 5 weeks ago?
If Chelsea play like that, and we have injuries, I'm a little nervous. I am. I thought they looked strong in the back. Colwell looked very, very good in a 4-back.
Disasi, bro. Disasi and Gusto.
Yeah.
I need to know when Reece James is coming back, because hear me out with the statistics again. Poch got trust issues. Remember when Mora dragged the man to the Champions League final, and he just benched off Mora and bring in Kane. Bro, Gusto is in a good run of form.
Hold
and
on,
I can't see Poch. I can't
It's
see
Harry
Poch.
Kane, though. It's Harry
No,
Kane.
But what I'm trying to say to you, I can't see Poch benching James if he's fit for that final.
No, I do. Gusto looks so good, I
So
think.
good.
I think Gusto's been one of their better players this year. He looked
And Poch
confident
will
out
bench
there.
him and we'll win.
I mean, he locked up Doku. Granted, I thought Cole Palmer did very well coming back and helping him out and playing D. Honestly, I thought Poch's subs were going to throw it.
Everyone did.
Shalabo
Everyone
one.
went, yo, what have you done here?
Yeah,
What have
yeah.
you done?
Honestly, and Nkunku wasn't the sub. He looked, his energy levels were poor. He didn't look like he really wanted to be there. And opposed to Jackson, who just ran his socks off. Now, is he the best? No. But he caused them issues, and he allowed Sterling to get in. He allowed Gusto to get up and push up. Palmer looked really well. And then he made that one sub, man. And it's like, all right, well, for the next 35 minutes, we're just going to sit and hope. And I thought that was really just kind of dumb.
Do you think
they're not a team, though? They're not a team. We'll be
true. I agree.
Unless they become a team, then we have something to worry about. Because even like I said, Enzo,
that was a team performance. So you can't say that.
No.
Today,
bro, they're not a team because even with them getting in, they weren't really utilizing each other in the best moments.
No,
like they were rushing some things where it's like, bro, they're outnumbered City on some of their counters, and they didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
because they weren't playing as a team. All of them were just selfish, going for the highlights.
Well, look at I know it was offsides when I forgot what break it was. They ended up being offsides, but Enzo snatched the shot from Jackson.
Yeah, it's the one. I think Gallagher played in in Kuku, I think.
And honestly, I know in the Big Six you guys talk a lot about Gallagher. That dude worked his socks off today. He looked.
I'm not one of the guys that disrespects.
I know you're not, but
I come across as trying to be funny about it, but I actually mean it. So they don't know whether I'm meaning it or I'm trying to diss him. I'm actually praising him, but because I play it differently, they don't know. Is Grizz trying to take the piss out of Gallagher, or is he really telling us about himself? Like I do the same about
really well.
I do the same about McTominay and Man United with Saeed. So I always say, yo, you disrespect McTominay. He's won you 12 points.
Club legend. He's a club legend.
And then they get confused in their head. So this week I'm going to come with a different narrative and agenda. I'm going to praise Chelsea. Hugh's getting licked.
Yeah, he needs a good licking, man.
Yeah, he was. He
that
was
dude
so
sits up
arrogant.
there, doesn't say much. He's just kind of like
he was so arrogant about we're
smashing
them. I want 5-6. He was saying, and Spurs are getting it as well. But Shane, I'm gonna let you go in a minute. I'm just gonna get your opinion on this. The question on one of the main questions is like, what result do we want in the Arsenal City fixture? If that's going to be a defining fixture.
It's got to be a tie. We both want them to drop points, in my opinion. We win, they both drop points, puts the pressure on both of them at the same time.
Okay, let me put a different scenario to you guys. Assuming, hoping, praying, confident, whatever. Assuming we beat Man City at Anfield, are you still wanting a draw?
Yeah. Because then a draw there can just kill Arsenal's confidence. In a tough run of fixtures, they're going to have UCL, like mad schedule for both of them. If they both drop points and we continue to push on, it's a 3-horse race. I don't care what anyone says. It's 100%.
No. People that are dismissing Arsenal, get out of here, man. You lot are mad. Guys, we're 6 away now from 250 likes. Smash out that like button right now.
I do have one scenario I wanted to pose for you guys. This is my main question. And it's, once Trent's back and he's fully fit,
don't do this.
It's going to be a big question though, because Bradley has been playing so well. And we look, I think when Bradley's played, we've looked way more fluid. We've looked more of a full team. When Trent plays, he is so good. I think we rely on him too much to look for those, those dagger balls, through the box, the big switches. When Bradley plays, man, we look fluid. We score a lot of goals. And we score goals with Trent, but there's got to be a way we can incorporate both of them.
I can't remember what show I was on where people laughed at me. when I posed this question. Oh, it was the Cop End Carnage. It was the Cop End guys from Cop End Fracas. Shout at them. We're going to talk soon. They all laughed at me when I said, is there a conversation at some point?
Yeah, I was on that show. I was
I
spamming
think-
the chat.
I think the guy was being sensational. Colonel, where you at with the Bradley? I think it's healthy. I don't think it will come down to a decision because so many games, so many competitions, even moving forward. I think we've got our right back. We don't need to sign another right back, another fullback.
No, not at all.
It's Trent, Bradley, and even Joey Gomez. Let's not forget the role he's played. I even think Joey Gomez is our best left back reserve as well. I was adamant I wanted Robbo back in the team, and it showed why today. His experience, his composure. I know it's not always associated with Robbo, but today he was composed. His leadership skills, especially without Allison in the back line. He's more vocal than Joey Gomez.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
wanted him back. But are you having a conversation, Colonel, or are you saying nah? Trent, are we talking?
Yeah, I'm having a conversation, but I'm only talking to Trent. Bro. I'm like, yo, what do you want to do, bro? Because we have our right back. So you're either gonna give him a run for his money, or you're gonna go in midfield, and then you're gonna have to go talk to them, man. So
See,
what
I
do
think
you
it's
want to do,
time.
Trent?
I think it's time. This is the perfect transition.
But Shane, we have to be honest. Trent isn't our best midfielder. So, Grizz, you remember when I was telling you about
he hasn't
Curtis
played in
going
midfield
down?
that much.
You remember when I was telling you Curtis go down, and you're like, yo, it's a worry. Would you be nervous if Trent plays the Curtis role?
I don't think Trent's got the intensity Curtis has developed.
I hear you, but we have nothing to measure Trent on, though.
Curtis 12 months ago, that's the level of intensity and aggression that Trent plays with now. If Trent can develop that in his game, and of course he's young enough, it's just my opinion, guys. You can shoot me down and cuss me, I don't give shit. Trent needs to develop or have that aggression and intensity to duel.
This
that
is what he
Curtis has.
needs. This is what he needs. Press
Oh,
resistance.
and I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
But this is the problem because Trent's been a fullback for the last 5-6 years, guys. When the fuck is he gonna develop his press resistance skills? When's he gonna have the ability to turn on the ball like Curtis Jones? No, but it's true, isn't it?
But
think
be
you-
honest,
I think
our
you have to
best
change
right
the
back is
formation.
Bradley. Yeah,
You
our
have
best
to go
right
to a
back is
double
Bradley.
pivot.
That's it.
I think you have to go to a double pivot and let Trent be more of a free role, kind of like how KDB is basically a 9 at sometimes and then a 10 at others, where he just floats and they allow him just to do what he wants. That's what I think Trent should eventually move into, with just 2 strong 6s behind him.
Well, looking the way, and it's not always a good indicator because coaches don't really, there's not one formation they stick with whenever they move. But assuming Xabi Alonso is the new coach, who is the equivalent in that Leverkusen team? I don't know if you guys have been watching Leverkusen, or someone in the chat, let us know. Will he like Trent as his attacking wingback? Because let me tell you now, from what I know, Xabi Alonso would prefer the Conor Bradley type wingback, the marauding right wingback like he plays with Frimpong and Grimaldo on the left. We're talking wingers at wingback. Trent ain't a winger anymore. Trent is a ball-playing fullback. Trent is one of the best passers the Premier League's ever seen. So it's a whole different philosophy and way of playing. It's going to be interesting, right?
That's why I think he's got to. This is the time to transition because we found his replacement, and Trent has too much talent, not for him not to be on the field.
100%.
We have to find a way, and he has to develop his game further. If he develops his game further, he'll be probably one of the best players in the Premier League.
Give me a midfield with Trent in it then. And how would you
Right,
set
like
that
if we're completely healthy,
yeah.
probably Maka.
It's difficult.
Well, it's difficult because if you're gonna play 2 6s, I think it could be either Maka and Jones, or it could be Maka and Szoboszlai, or it could be Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai with Trent in the front. Because the combination of those three with Trent in front will just work their socks off and allow Trent the fortitude to go forward and do what he wants and be on the front foot and press, in that first block of 5 and stuff like that, with that support. When we do that, that Arsenal game was brutal. Granted, he was injured, but they're not idiots. They pressed that right side. They exposed Trent. With Bradley, I think that would have been a different story.
I know. Before we let Shane go, because we've got a few callers left to go, and we're rapidly running out of time. How are you playing Trent? If, like you, I think you agree with Shane that it's time to transition.
No, it's just it's bench, straight up.
Straight bench.
Yeah, remember when I was telling you he should be the captain because I think he was going to go up a level. He's the vice captain, and I thought that was going to make him a little bit more disciplined in his position. And I'm not going to lie. No. I'm not going to lie, Grizz. You might even forgot. A lot of people was telling me like, nah, Zabir, that's only going to enhance his arrogance. And all Trent is doing from where I'm sitting is pulling rank on the pitch. That's all he's doing. He ain't disciplined. No, bro, Trent ain't disciplined on the pitch, bro. Let's be honest. Trent defensively hasn't improved, bro. Nah, we can't keep using the system to defend Trent. We start the league. Szoboszlai was our most creative player. We switched the system, and it became Trent. So we tweaked the system to suit Trent. While we're ripping up our team to suit one player, he has to just hold bench, bro. The only quality Trent offer, by the way, is range of passing. He doesn't got dribbling. He's not press resistant. He's not the best tackler. Interception, anyone can intercept the ball. Trent only quality in the game is range of passing. We don't need range of passing if we have runners on and off the ball.
Well, Shane, you've started quite a talking point. We can continue on many other shows. We'll have a whole heap of shows coming up on Trent and the positions and the new coach's philosophy. But right now, thank you very much, Shane. We've enjoyed speaking to you as always, man. Keep up calling in. Thank you very much for your input.
All right, see you guys.
Appreciate you, Shane.
Take care, bro. Whoops. Super chat. Yo, what's good? Liverpool are good, bro. Liverpool are good. Trent is more like Grimaldo than he is Frimpong. He would invert, create, and push up when need be. Think he plays right back in a 4-2-3-1 if Zabi can't see him as a 10. There's going to be questions about his role, about the...
Bro, he might just be off to Real Madrid to join Jude and them, man, bro, because... Bro, as a right back, speaking as a right back, bro, I'm telling you, there's games you just need to do the dirty work, bro. Trent ain't digging in like that. Trent can't match Malo. You see Malo Gusto at right back today. Bro, discipline. Under pressure. Every time Doku got the ball, he's like, I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again. We're not putting Trent in that type of tester for 90 minutes. And Malo Gusto was in that tester, just doing the dirty work, sliding in on man at the edge of the box and all that, bro. Discipline. Man look like a combination of Trent and Wan-Bissaka with the recovery tackles and everything and going for. Malo Gusto was on a mad one today.
Nah, he was.
And I was expecting Trent to do that with the armband, and he never really dug in.
People hold that thought. We're going to do more shows, obviously, in the next few weeks, or maybe, obviously, towards the end of the season. We're not going to talk about Trent's position whilst we got a title race and a cup runs and etc. But we're going to bring back Zuberi. Zuberi ain't going anywhere. Just remember what he's saying today. People, clip it up. Make sure it's ready to go. Who's next, man? We got.
I know. I think it was like Mike, Joe,
Mike Das. Okay, we got
Indian
Mike,
Scouser.
Joe, Indian Scouser, Liverpool's 12th man. I see you in the building, my bro. We got 20 minutes to go. If you get in, you get in, man. We've been going for 2.5 hours, my bro. So where you been, bro? Where you been? Let's bring Mike Das to the building. Yes, Mike Das. How are you? I hope I'm saying that. Mike Das.
Yeah,
sorry.
honestly, It's totally fine. It's a difficult name to pronounce.
No, it's easy. I just thought my eyesight's not quite what it used to be. I thought I read 2 S's, but it's 2 A's. So Mike Das.
All good. All good. Listen,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, doing good, man. Doing good, man. Appreciate the patience. I'm sure you heard a lot of fairy tale talk, nervous talk.
Yeah.
You know, what do you have for us today, or what do you want to get off your chest today? What's going on with you, man?
I'm not gonna lie. You had me heated with this Trent talk.
Saw you shaking your head still.
So listen. There are a few things I want to say about Liverpool, but just very, very, very briefly on these dodgy, jammy Manx from Manchester. That absolute dodgy draw. No business drawing that game. Chelsea should have scored 2 or 3. I don't care about City's chances. They score off a deflected goal. What was their excuse when Arsenal won? Oh, it was a deflected goal. It was a deflected goal. They get a draw today off a deflected goal. Absolute dodgy win. I'm sorry, dodgy draw. But honestly, given the scenario that they were in, kind of a pretty big win for them, because I didn't really think that they deserved to win that game. Even though Erling missed chances, regardless, Chelsea fumbled the bag time and time again. I mean, Enzo getting in the way of Nicholas Jackson is inexcusable. And there was one moment where Emerson makes a save. I'm sorry, Ederson makes a save. Why are you shooting it there? Like, it was a fantastic save, but you had the whole net to work with, my guy. That could have been 2-0, and all of a sudden the whole game's different. But when it comes to Liverpool, there's a couple things that I agree with, and then there's a couple of things I disagree with, right? So, Grizz, you said that 10 wins for you is what you feel like we need. I would agree if other teams happen to fall over, right? Because 10 wins would put us at 87 points, and I don't think that 87 points is enough, right? Just personally thinking the way that this season's going. And I also the away games isn't what scares me, right? Because we're second in the league on away fixtures. We have 25 points. That's tied with City, and Arsenal have 26. The fact that we haven't won a game against the top 6, like I'm talking about we have 1 win against the league table top 6, not the big 6, right? Just the teams who are in places 1 through 6. We have 1 win. That's what scares me more than going away to Villa or playing Tottenham at home. It's just the fact that we haven't converted against the big sides, and I don't know if you can win the league like that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I have my iffiness on the future. But
Who we got left out of those fixtures?
But we got City. We
have
City
to,
at Anfield.
So we have City at Anfield. We have to play Tottenham at home. We have to play Manchester United away. We have to play Villa away. So boom, right there. That's 4 of the top 5. And let me just take a look at the Premier League table one more time.
That's right.
And we've already played Arsenal twice.
Yeah.
Right, and we've already played Newcastle twice, and we've already
played
West Ham twice.
Are you not confident of winning them games, or one?
So out of those 4, you don't think we get 4 of those wins? How many wins do you think we get out of the 4?
This isn't what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is just from what I've seen this season, we haven't gotten it over the line yet. If we had won those games and dropped points in other games, maybe my mindset would be a little bit different. But just based on our form this season versus the teams in places 1 through 6, obviously excluding us, we only have 1 win. Which has to be a cause. Which has to be a cause for concern, right? Against good sides, we're dropping points. Against poor sides, we're not. Which is kind of like the opposite of what we've always been, right? Like we've always picked up wins against the big sides, and it's always been the lower sides that we have trouble with. But it's funny how this year, instead of having 3 wins against teams in relegation zone, we're actually beating these teams. We're beating poorer sides. So we've kind of like flipped the script on ourselves. I'm not saying that we can't win those games. It's just a statistic that kind of it kind of raises my eyebrows is all. I still think, listen, there would be no point in supporting this club if I didn't think that we could win the league. I think that we can win the league. It's 100% in the realm of possibility. But I also think that there's problems in this team. And, one of those problems, which is perfect that you were bringing up this whole Trent conversation, is the right-hand side, right? And our tactics on the right-hand side, because I think it's a little bit unfair to criticize Trent for the defensive faults. And I think that today was a perfect example, right? When Trent comes in, you're essentially leaving Konate on an island because Trent has to move forward up the pitch. And today, Connor Bradley was kind of playing that Trent Alexander-Arnold role, leaving Konate to cover both the right side, cover both right back and right center back. there was 2 times where Virgil van Dijk was completely caught off guard, and there was a massive gap between Virgil and Konate. We saw the same thing against Arsenal. That's not Trent's fault. That's Klopp telling Trent what to do because Bradley did the same exact thing. Bradley did what Klopp told him to do, and he left the gap. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to a goal, but it doesn't change the fact that an opportunity was raised because of that positioning. So it's not always on Trent. And also, he's got, I believe, the second best, he's got either the first or second best 50-50 rating out of all right backs in the league, and he has the best interception percentage out of all right backs in the league. So it's not his defensive abilities. But yeah, go ahead, Zuberi.
So I just want to understand. So with the 4 games and the math the Grizz did with the next, 13 games coming up, with the 10 wins and the 4 games, you're basically saying it might be tough getting the 10 wins because I think we have I think that's what you were saying. And I kind of understand what you're saying because there's not a lot to go off of from this season to say with the 4 big teams.
I'm just saying it's not guaranteed.
Out of that. Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is it isn't guaranteed, right? I think it's a challenge, but also I think that we need more than 10 wins. To be honest with you, we're. I mean, if you want to put things into perspective, we're 10 points off where we finished last season. We have 13 games to go. So right there, that's already a monumental achievement in terms of turning the stone, right? So, and I think that we need to win, in my mind, 12. I'm not even I'm just going to be straight with you. I think that we need to be perfect.
So considering we've got a 4-point gap on City with a game in hand.
Yes.
But there's still a 4-point gap. And we're 2 ahead of Arsenal. According to your calculations, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, you expect us to need... You're thinking we need to win all of our games. That means you're expecting Arsenal and City to win all of their remaining games as well. Why is that? Why are you not anticipating drop points from them? So the logic that you used for Liverpool, and I understand you're using it for Liverpool because you're concerned with Liverpool. That's your team, right? I get it. I get that aspect. Why are you not using the same logic for Man City, who have, I think we spoke a couple of weeks back, where I asked you in a great chat, a great debate, why are you only thinking negatively about Liverpool's future and not the opposition? Did you, for example, anticipate Man City to, like you said, really should have lost today? Did you anticipate that in your forecast?
Listen, I think that throughout the entire season, Man City's biggest weakness is also their biggest strength, holding possession, because of their defensive transition weaknesses, right? If you look at even games against Young Boys were cutting them apart in counterattack. It's just that they had no quality up front, and that's exactly what we saw today. So Pochettino got it right. If you get it right against City and you attack them in transition, you can get at that team. So
therefore, from what you've just replied to the question I asked, so therefore, you're not anticipating City to win every single game.
No. This isn't what I'm saying. When I view Liverpool, right, I don't want to have the realm. I don't want to put what other teams do in the realm of my possibility. From a Liverpool perspective, I have to play City and I have to win that game. I don't have to play Arsenal, right? So those are the 2 supposed title contenders. In my mind, I want to do everything I can to eliminate all possibilities of doubt. How do I do that? Well, I'm at the top of the league right now, and statistically speaking, if I win every game, I win the league, right? So that's just the mentality that I take. If
Mike,
the other teams...
I hear you, Mike. I hear you, and I agree with you. That's the simplistic way of looking at it, though. We're on top. We win all our games. We win the league. No one's denying that. What I was using when I said 10 games was the fact that we've got a lead, and factoring the other teams' remaining fixtures as well.
Yes,
I don't think you're doing that, though. You're not looking at their fixtures. You're saying, I'm looking at it from the Liverpool point of view. We're ahead. We need to win all our games. Of course. That goes without saying. So, for example, none of your business, it's impossible for all 3 to win all their games as they play each other. Somebody will drop points somewhere.
This isn't what I was saying. What I was saying was that you said you would feel comfortable with 10 wins. What I was saying is that 10 wins puts us at 87 points, and I don't think that 87 points is going to be enough.
I heard that, and I agree with what you thought I said or what you think. What I'm countering you with is, I want you to tell me how you think Man City and Arsenal will get more than 87 points with the remaining fixtures that they have. And I
Sure.
don't think you'll be able to tell me that, because you then went on to say Man City look very susceptible in transition. A better team than, or better attack than Chelsea would have finished them off. Well, they're yet to play. They're to play sort of Man United, who have got a better attack than Chelsea. They've got to play Arsenal, who have a better attack than Chelsea, and they've got Liverpool, who have got a better attack than Chelsea. Than got a better attack than Chelsea. I've just named you 3 fixtures for Man City. Now Arsenal go away to Spurs, they go away to Man United, they've got horrific fixtures, and they go away to Man City. I've given you 3 fixtures from either side, which is the logic that I used to say, according to those fixtures, in my opinion, if we get 10 and one of those is Man City, we win the league.
Yeah, no, which is totally your prerogative, right? Like personally, when it comes to both of these teams' upcoming fixtures, Manchester United have 33 goals. Like they have less goals than Luton Town. They have 20 less goals than everyone up to 8th place, I believe. Right? If you look at the table right now, everyone's
If
above
Rashford
50.
and Højlund have those chances today that Chelsea have, do they score more than 1 goal?
Perhaps, but do I think that Ten Hag is going to set up like that against this team? No, I don't. Like, I'm not a person who thinks that Pochettino is the end of the world.
What happens Man City versus Arsenal?
To me, I mean, it's an absolute coin flip, because Arsenal have a fantastic defense, and City, again,
So one
their
team
defense,
drops points. So one team drops points.
yeah, listen, I think that's 100% in the realm of
No,
possibility.
but it's not possibility, it's factual.
Well, yeah, well,
So one
sorry,
team's going to drop points.
Sorry. Well, both of them could, because if they draw, both drop.
But that's
points.
my point.
Yes.
So one team's definitely dropping points, right?
Sure.
That's your 1 game leeway, 1 game gap. What happens in the Man City Liverpool game?
I think a lot of it depends on how we set up and who we have available with these injuries. If Trent's not in, if Soboslai's not there, if Curtis Jones is not there, if Darwin Núñez is not there, it's not looking good for us. So again, listen, March is a whole different beast because of these injuries that we picked up today. And I do think that they are something. I will agree with Zuberi. Our bench has the most GA in the league by, I believe, over 15 total, which is just unbelievably mind-blowing. But at the same time, it doesn't change the fact that we picked up some serious knocks today, and that could end up costing us in the future. Luton may not cost us, but the Carabao Cup final, I mean, listen, if we lose that, that's a huge blow on the season. That's a huge blow on mentality. And then we have City right around the corner. I think that 10 wins may be enough. Like, I'm not going to say that it's not, right? 87 points could be. And if you draw the other 3 and you don't pick up a loss, that's 90 points. I'm not going to sit here and say that 90 points is something that would be a conservative amount. But it's just
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to hear you, and you still haven't. I don't think you've directly answered my question. How is Man City and Arsenal topping 87 points looking at their fixtures? Because they play each other. So how much are they possibly can get? So one's definitely dropping points.
Okay,
what's the maximum Arsenal and City can get?
I'm gonna tell you right now. So if City got 24 games, right, which means they have 14 left. If they win every single game, I believe that's 42 extra points, which would put them on 95, right? Arsenal are at 55 points with 13 games left. If they win every single game, that's 39 additional points. That would put it to 94. Is this the kind of season where I think that 1 point could make the difference, where 1 draw could make the difference? Yeah. Is 90 points the absolute threshold? Perhaps.
1 second. One team can reach 94, one team can reach 95. They can't, because they play each other. So now what happens? So what's the highest they can get now?
So now if City win that game, it's okay. Well, let's just say that they draw, right? Let's say, like, just for the sake of this argument, it's a draw. Each of them drop 2 points. So City are now at 93 and Arsenal are now at 92. And, like, let's just say for happenstance, Man City also draw to Liverpool, right? So now City are down to 93 and Liverpool would be down to, let me just do the math here, 13 games, 39. That would be 96. A draw would make it 94. So in that scenario, if Man City draw to Arsenal, if Liverpool draw to Man City, and we all win the rest of our respective games, that would be 94 to 93, 93, right? So if we won 10 games, that would be 87. So listen, maybe I'm being, nitpicky and I'm arguing fine margins, but I think that this is a
No, it's
season
going
of
to be
fine
fine
margins.
margins. It's going to be fine margins. We know.
Yo, no, Mike, I was listening, yeah, the way you're breaking down the numbers, because I already did the numbers ish, and I'm listening to you, bro. You sound like a penny stock salesman the way you're breaking it down, and you're like, yo, you,
1
you might
point.
wanna,
1
you might wanna
point.
buy.
1
Grizz,
point.
he's
Look,
basically saying,
we
don't
just did the
sleep
math.
on 10 wins. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
sleep on 10 wins.
we just did the math. If that's how it goes, if Liverpool win 12 of 13 and it's a draw against City win 13 of 14 and it's a draw against Arsenal, and Arsenal 12 of 13 and it's a draw against City, that would be 94 to 93 to 93, which would be 1 point. So in my mind,
let me put it this way. No team will top 90 points this season. Let me tell you now.
Which is
no
fair.
Team,
which is fair.
No team will top 90 points. Okay. 87 might be a bit of a what's the word? A low estimation.
I'm also like Grizz. I'm not trying to like come at you here. Like you
No,
know what I mean.
Man, listen. I'm used to people coming at me. It's all about debate and chat and difference of opinions. I hear you. All I said was the logic that you're using for Liverpool
12th man is also right. Oh wait, no, I did. I factored in the
you're not using it for Man City and Arsenal. So Arsenal have lost games where West Ham at home, Newcastle away. You know, teams where you think West Ham should have run up. So many
100%. I'm definitely being biased here. I'm not looking at the opposition as hard as I am looking at Liverpool.
Look, ultimately, I hear your nervousness about the Liverpool side of things. But trust me when I say Man City fans are nervous about the situation and the way they're playing. Yes. And Arsenal fans are very wary about not being able to go over the line. So each three of these teams that were in a race, you know what I mean? And our injury situation is our biggest hindrance. The Colonel thinks we should overcome them, and we have been overcoming them, which is a testimony to our great squad and our manager, how he's managed this season.
Yes, he's been exquisite. He's been fantastic.
All I'm saying is I hear you. I don't agree with you, but it's all good. You think it's going to be 93 or 94 points needed? I think it's going to be maximum 90 needed. How we get there, or doesn't really matter. We need to get there. And I agree with you as well. In terms of win our 13 games, nobody's stopping us. But I don't think it's realistic for any team in the state of the way the league's going and the way this season's gone.
Yeah.
To win 13 games in a row. We've just seen in front of our very own eyes Arsenal needing late-minute, last-second goal winners where it could have made all the difference. Luton comes to mind. A couple other games come to mind. It's fine margins.
This is very true. This is very true. And
Mike, we have about 15 minutes left, and we have about 3 minutes left. Thank you very much for calling in. Thank you very much for being patient. And again, great points as usual.
Darwin Núñez, by the way. Darwin Núñez, don't slander him because all he needs is composure. 5 to 10% increase.
I don't know, man. Colonel calls him what you call him? The one in what did you call him the other day or something?
Grizz, allow it.
No, say it.
The man fire shot and it connected today, so we can use that statistics to rub out the 1 in 17.
Okay, you know 1 in 17. Mike, peace out, man. Take care, bro.
Nice big up, Mike. I love that. I love the math conversation. Take care.
You're in your stats, man. You're in your stats.
No, the math was math.
Yo, man, 12 minutes left, man. We got 3 callers left.
Let's get Joe.
Bilal, let me message you. Bilal, oh, look at the time, man. It's madness. All right, let me see if I can squeeze in. All right, Indian Scouts, are you there, my bro? Are you there, my bro?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he is there. Amazing. How are you doing, my bro? How you doing?
Yeah. You guys can obviously hear me, right?
We can hear you. We can see you. We see you repping. We see
been a while, man. How you been?
Yeah. It's been a minute, man. It's been a while since I called in. So big up to Grizz. Big up to Zuberi. You know, I'm always here supporting the channel. And Grizz, like, honestly speaking, I don't think anyone can rep a Liverpool fan like as you do on the Big Six.
Stop right there, man. Don't
say this, man. No. It's not even a joke. Like, I think no one can do a better job than you do on the Big Six, like to rep like Liverpool on the Big Six. So I think I'm speaking for most of our fan base. Like, the things you do there, the things you say, like just keep backing
Bro,
our team, defending our team the way
I'm
you
humbled,
do.
bro. Thank you very much, bro. As I said, sometimes I may come across aggressive and a bit too, you know, arrogant or big headed, but it's a jungle out there. You know, them guys, they don't take no prisoners. So each
Yeah,
man for
yeah.
himself. And as I said to the other guys, when we're on top, I ain't letting no one talk to me like that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, thank you very much for the kind words, and I know you're absolutely a regular in all our chats and our shows. So I thank you as well for your support, bro. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for being patient today. I know we've been nearly going 3 hours, but you're here now, my
Yeah.
bro, and welcome.
No, I can wait here all day. It's actually almost 6 a.m. in Bangkok. I haven't slept.
Oh wow!
And our game was actually 12:30 in the UK is actually 7:30 in Bangkok.
Oh wow!
So the game ended since 9:30 p.m. Now it's almost 6 a.m. in the morning. I haven't slept since the game, but it's always a pleasure to be on. But yeah, big up the chat as well. So the fact that big up Tarmizi. So the fact that Grizz, you said you respect people who are honest, right? About the first goal that we scored. I'm not gonna lie, I'll put my hands up. I thought Darwin was gonna mess that up. Like I thought Nunez was gonna
I'm with you.
Fuck it up.
I'm with you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm with you. I wasn't confident.
So I was watching in a bar with my friends, and the moment Jota heads that to Darwin, and I knew he was onside. It was all obvious. I just stood up from my seat, and I was just praying. Like, please do not mess this up. I thought, and Grizz, you asked. I'm not sure which color you asked. Like, if, you used to play ball as well. If that was me, I think Zubir, you said drop a shoulder, either go to your left or your right. If I was I'm quite a selfish player as well. So I played football on a Thursday night with my friends, but that is me paying to play. I don't get paid. So I'm paying to play. I would definitely chip that as well. But I'm just playing for fun. I thought he would have messed it up. But deep down, I was like, please pass it to Jota. Please pass it. On FIFA, you do that. It's just open net, but please be onside as well. So the fact that he just dinked it, chipped it over the keeper, the fact that he, as you said, Grizz, he just stood up. The keeper didn't even go down. So that was a great finish. I'm not going to lie, but I'm one of the guys who thought Darwin was going to mess that up. And obviously everyone who called in, big up to every single one of them. Everyone's mention of the best case scenarios, the worst case, the points, this and that. I'm not going to waste too much time because I believe if I'm not the last caller, there's probably one more caller. So I'm not going to waste my time. But I'm probably going to contradict myself now. The next thing I say, I think we win the league. But for me, Trent is our best player. So him missing out, God knows how long. Apparently, Klopp said Sobo might be back for the cup final, maybe 50-50. Trent, maybe a week or two after that. For me, Trent is our best player in terms of everything. In terms of ability, just pure talent. And when it comes to importance of the club, obviously Alisson is top for me as well. Number 2, Van Dijk number 3, Salah number 4. But for me, Trent, people might disagree. For me, Trent is the number 1 in terms of importance because I don't think he plays the system. I think he is the system. So for me, Trent missing out is key. He is literally our playmaker. So when he missed out the first time before he came back, I was telling my mates, "Oh, Trent is injured." But when he came back recently, I was so happy. But then apparently, what he played first half against Burnley, I believe, got subbed off at halftime. So he re-injured his knee. We rushed him back apparently. So I'm not gonna go into maths and all that, in terms of calculations. If this drop points here and we drop points here, but all I'm gonna say is, for me, Trent is our best player, and I'm gonna leave one question to you guys. If I think Trent is our best player in terms of importance and everything combined, in terms of, let's just say, importance, ability, talent, everything combined. I just want to ask that both of you, who do you think is the most important for this team at the moment? From 1 to 5, I will go with Trent, Allison, Van Dijk, Salah, McAllister. That's just on the top of my head without thinking it about this whole thing. You're writing it down, like go into depth about all these players. But yeah, I don't want to take too much time, man. And
All right, I don't want to think about it either because I just want to rip off my 5. I'm going Endo, VVD, Nunes, Salah, Bradley.
yeah, I mean that's fair because, like I said, I thought of this just now. Bradley definitely, like Grizz, you said, like we didn't even get a chance to speak about Bradley today. So
we're gonna do a segment on the Red Fellas tomorrow on him. I'm gonna make sure he gets his flowers.
100%,
on the predominantly Liverpool show. Obviously, today we had to speak about all football and wherever the content was going to flow from the callers. But that's a great question. I might even address it tomorrow because obviously I'm running out of time today.
Yeah, of course.
But always a pleasure speaking to you.
Man. Big up.
No, you're an absolute legend, my friend. I know you've been here from the start of the journey, so big up yourself. Thank you so much for the support and your continued support, and always a pleasure.
Yeah,
listen,
definitely.
Go get some rest. Go get some sleep. It's a long race. It's going to be tension. There's going to be nerves. You need your sleep. Go and chill out. Go and relax. And we're going to go again Wednesday, and then we're going to go again Sunday.
Wednesday against Luton Town, and Sunday Wembley.
Take care of yourself, my bro. All the best. Bye-bye. Take care. What a guy, man. What a legend. Absolute legend.
Yeah, when he finally gets to sleep, he's just going to be talking in sleep. Yeah, Trent, come back. Come back from injury, Trent. You know when you've been up and you get to that deep sleep finally, man. Yeah, he's gonna be dreaming about Trent coming back. Big up Indian Scouts every time, man.
But what do you think though? Like Trent, man, he's opposite of you. He's saying Trent is the most important.
Yeah, listen, it's like I said, you can measure like how you feel with the guy. Obviously, I got the Trent kit. I rate Trent highly, but I'm not gonna be biased, Grizz, and tell you because I rate Trent and I think he's the most important Liverpool player to me. Second Gerrard, I'm gonna tell you the team isn't balanced without him. The team is balanced without him. It's a team sport, bro. I support the team. Yeah, I rate Trent highly, but it's a team sport. I can't just say, because I rate Trent, I don't care what the team does as long as Trent is there. I have to go with the team, bro. The team looks so balanced without Trent. I don't want to disrupt that. And that's why I said, tell Salah to go. Because the team looked good without him as well. Tell Rebel to go. Joey G held it down. Simicast held it down. So for me, you can't be the most important player if you can be missing and the guy stepping in can hold it down, bro. You see how Kelleher comes in. If he can't hold Allison out the team, then Kelleher ain't that guy. But if your replacement can come in and we don't miss a beat, bro, you might not be that guy. That's all I'm saying. And
we have 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes left. We have Joe who's been waiting ages. I'm so sorry, Liverpool 12th man. We're not going to get a chance today, my bro. I'm so sorry. Joe, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Doing great, guys. Good to see you. And it's been a great day, I would say, overall. Just while I was watching the stream, waiting here, my kids, just full disclosure, they're half Irish, half Nigerian. So when they heard this nonsense about Ghani and Jollof, they were like, what's going on there? That was a big wahala, as they would say in Nigeria. It's like, I don't want to say on behalf of Nigerians, but if you're watching Afghan and what people were saying, like the Nigerians trolling everybody else on Twitter, they were saying something about Ghana that Ghanaians didn't like. So I don't want to...
What's your view, before we get into the football question or whatever you want to speak about, what's your view on the jollof then? Have you tried it? Are you a fan?
Oh, absolutely. But I think even amongst Nigerian jollof, you could try from different people and they make it differently. But I'm biased, obviously, but I would say my wife's jollof is the best.
Okay, fair enough.
And this little lady here just wanted to say Nigerian jollof's the best, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it. Your word is gospel, my darling. That's it. It. It is what it is.
Yeah. But just getting back to the football then, like Sorry, somebody else saying hello.
Hi.
Sorry. So getting back to the football, really, I mean, like going back to one of the. Oh dear. Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
The whole
Yeah.
time here.
Yeah. No
Okay.
problem. All right, get to sleep now, lads and lasses.
So no, I was just going to say, like one of the caller, not the last one, Indian Scouts, was the one before. I didn't catch the name where he was working out all the maths and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, it's Mike.
Yeah, okay. What I would say is that I understand where he's coming from, but I'm probably like a little bit more optimistic than he would be. For me, like when I put myself back when we lost the Arsenal game at the Emirates, believe me, I was doom and gloom. I was assuming City aren't going to drop any more points. They're going to go and do what I feared they'll do, and they'll go on and win everything. But I guess it just comes from a place of when you know suddenly the situation's not as well. It was still in our hands technically, because even if City won tonight, if we beat them at Anfield and everybody keeps winning their games, we win the league anyway. But I suppose I would have felt a lot better City coming to visit us and having to win, where before the Chelsea game we could assume that they could come and play. Well, a draw would be fine. Now a draw is not the end of the world for us, but it could be the end of the world for them if you look at it from that perspective. But I know that's like thinking extremes of teams not going to drop points. I agree with you, Grizz. I think teams are going to drop points. But I'm a lot happier today considering we've done what we were supposed to do. Okay, Arsenal did what they were supposed to do, but City have dropped points.
Do you know what it is, Joe? It's the best feeling, isn't it, when it's not expected? It was a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we all expected City to trounce Chelsea. In fact, it was seen as one of our trickier fixtures.
Yeah.
I'd put it up there. Away to Man United, away to Everton, doesn't matter how shit they are, they always kind of draw with us. And away to Brentford, I think was our remaining tough fixtures. We've negotiated one, and Man United away and Everton away, in my opinion, left to go. Now, I get it. Forest away could be tricky, considering our record against the bottom and promoted teams. But I agree. When you get a bonus result like this was a bonus result.
Yeah.
It feels good. It gives you what's the word I'm looking for? Vibrancy in your outlook again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the injuries that have dampened it slightly, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's 100%. The injuries are the big. I think most of us, really, if we're honest, we're going to be really looking out for that Klopp press conference on Tuesday, hoping that there's some good news, at least some of the injury fronts, and that hopefully Darwin, it was purely precautionary, and because I do think for all the flack Darwin gets, like one thing you can't dispute is he affects the game. When he's playing, especially when he starts, he affects the games. Even if he's hitting the woodwork, and you can't even explain how he's not buried the ball in the back of the net. I think we're a better team with him, causing the issues he causes in attack. So yeah, I mean, we have to see what happens with the injuries, but I mean, I think Anfield Wednesday. Hopefully, we get the job done. I think I was what somebody else said earlier. For me, it's not ultimately about the performances now. It's just about the results. Get the 3 points on the board wherever you can. And I do think Chelsea this next Sunday will be a more difficult proposition than they were when they came to Anfield. I mean, the facts don't lie. They're a mid-table team. They're not the team under Abramovich, but like on individual days they can play well. And I think when they're playing in Anfield South, it's Anfield South, but it's not Anfield, if you know what I mean. So I think one-off cup game, it could be different. I have confidence. Hopefully, we'll win, but I think it could be a more difficult, tight one.
Yeah, it's definitely put a little bit of doubt.
Yeah.
In Liverpool fans, I mean, I don't know. Are you as confident, Colonel, as you was a couple of weeks back, or how are you feeling about the League Cup final? Because I guess it's something to look forward to now. I know we got Luton first and foremost, and we know football's a humbler, and we know what happened at Luton, so we ain't taking nothing for granted. First, we must get the 3 points. But then, how are you feeling about the League Cup final?
I think these could be the moments where don't come back and be like, yo, Zub, you might be right, or nothing like that. I feel like these can be the moments where Klopp does what Pep normally does and overthink things. Because the way we set up for Arsenal and that lineup for Arsenal, I'm not saying a different lineup or a different setup could have gotten us more out of the Arsenal game, but we have never seen those combinations in the Arsenal game. And I feel like going into the cup with the amount of injuries, it's been in our favor so far, but I feel like that is where Klopp pulls out maybe like another bad one, because he's only had one this season. The only game I can say Klopp fluffed his lines on was the Arsenal game. The lineup for that one, I don't think it was quite right. Gravenberch was always on the left, and for that game, he was on the right. So I didn't really think that was the right combo for that. And then not having Bradley, obviously. So now Bradley's back. But with the injuries, I don't know who he's going to put in for Curtis. I don't know if he's going to try to do some crazy inverted thing with Trent. If Trent is back, I think he's not going to be back. I don't know if he's going to do some crazy stuff with Gomez. Because in the Arsenal game, Gomez was inverted from the left, and it was also the first time he was inverted ever. So for the Chelsea game, I'm like, I'm not even looking at Poch. I'm looking at Klopp like, yo, bro, just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Because I really think he overthink the Arsenal game.
Do you think
so far he's been good? He's never inverted Joey Gomez. Joe Gomez was playing like a double pivot in that game, and Trent was on the pitch. Why not just run the same thing with Trent? So the injuries is going to force Klopp to either keep it really simple or overthink it, and I think that's going to be the difference. Once I see the lineup, I can really say for sure.
On the Arsenal game, though, just one thing to kind of, I suppose, add to that, though. Do you think surely Klopp on Saturday, he's thinking in his mind what is a starting 11 is going to be ahead of the Arsenal game? I think with the timing of Bradley, what happened there. Szoboszlai, we started hearing everything about late on Saturday night, what was going on before. I think it was officially confirmed on Sunday morning or whatever the situation was. That's like some major like last minute headaches right there. I think in fairness to Klopp, I think all going well, if he knows like Thursday going into the final, he knows what he's dealing with, what he has and what he hasn't got. I think I fancy Klopp to set us up the right way. But I mean, if stuff happens, you're talking like Thiago getting injured in the warm-up type stuff for day before. It's how can you legislate for that? Like, it's like
Okay. I see what you're saying. So you're saying the Arsenal one was more of a last minute thing. So now that he has like a couple days to think about what's going
this
on,
is me
you think he'll work it out?
Yeah, this is me speculating.
No. I mean, you've reassured me. You've reassured me. So, you know what, man? And I also trust the kids. Not all of them, but I trust the kids, and I trust the fact that Klopp have trust them. So I think we'll be fine. I think it could even be like a draw going into pens again. Not a 0-0 draw, probably like a 2-2 draw or something like that. Because I don't think we can keep him out without Alisson. If Alisson is back in the sticks, maybe Kelleher, they'll probably get like
even
the
if
same type of goal.
fit, even if Alisson's fit, he won't play.
Yeah, Kelleher will start.
That's Kelleher's cup, right? But so that's the thing with Kelleher, he will make the first save, but it's going to be a jammy goal. Kelleher always lets some jammy goal in. It's not his fault. It's just Alisson will be more impulsive in the moment, and it'll be like a corner kick or, you know what I'm saying? But Kelleher, there's always these weird goals where you're like, I can't even blame him. So he always lets one of those in, you know what I mean? So I think it'll be a 2-2.
Joe, it's been a wonderful call. Thank you so much for calling in. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and say good night to the children from all of us as well.
Okay, thank you.
Good
night,
Joe.
Thank
you. All the best. Guys, a couple of people have joined in the studio. No time now, guys. We've gone overtime. Way over time. So sorry, can't get you in today. It's been a fantastic show. But I've got to get my mate Billy on. Bilal
from
I thought
Slough
that was
him. That's Bilal, right?
Yeah. Last time he gave us a rousing speech.
See what kind of speech he got for us today.
We got to give him a couple of minutes. Bilal, salam alaikum. How are you, bro?
Wa alaikum assalam. Big up Grizz, big up Colonel. How's everyone doing?
We're doing all right, bro. We're a bit tired because it's been 3 hours, but I can't say no to you because You're my broski. You understand?
Big
Your
up,
blood
big
and
up
that,
the
so-
chat as well. Bear love.
so I can't say no to you.
I'll keep it sweet and short and sweet.
Please, buddy, daddy in the right, yeah. That's it. You'll understand. You'll understand. That's it. All right,
Following
code
on
word.
from the 7-point dossier, the only thing that's going to stop us is injuries. But thing is, we've got a squad, an extended squad. The 4 midfielders we brought in, Endo's proving people wrong. Gravenberch, this is your opportunity, son. Take it. Klopp gave you a hug like you're one of his own. That Klopp hug adds 10 to 15% on a performance. McAllister stepped up coming into a 10, and Mohamed Salah coming back. That guy is phenomenal. He's going to be the equalizer alongside Klopp now. Because obviously last time I spoke, we didn't know Klopp was leaving. Yes, I know we haven't beaten a top 6 side besides Aston Villa this season, but this Anfield is going to be rocking. Luton are going to feel what it means to come to Anfield because they ain't come in a long time. Then Chelsea,
They're gonna feel it, you know.
Chelsea did us a favor. We appreciate that. But listen, you know what I mean? We're going to see you in the final. I'm not going to get cocky, but I expect to win that final. Simple as. Even barring the injuries, it doesn't matter because our squad is strong enough. One of the callers said, who's our best player? Our best player is Mohamed Salah, hands down. But our most important player is our captain. Virgil van Dijk is just putting in 8 and 9 performances throughout the season. He's had 1 or 2 iffy moments in probably 3-4 games, considering he's played 30-odd games. I'd say he's our most important player, but Mohamed Salah is hands down our best player. And listen, Conor Bradley, the young man, thoughts and prayers still go out with him and to his family, losing his father, coming back like he's never been away. The guy played inverted today for the second half, majority of the second half. What a performance. The guy doesn't look out of place. His technique, his skill, controlling the ball, eye for a pass. I'm taken back. I'm thinking, wow, we've got another one. We've got another gem. All the team put in a performance today, considering we've never won at Brentford since the 30s or something, and we haven't beaten them since they've been back in the Premier League. Let's hope and pray, inshallah, that these injuries are not too serious. But even if they are, listen, we've got Klopp, we've got the fans, we've got the team, and we've got the belief. We're going to ride this passion. We're going to ride this wave, and the energy is with us, man. So positive thoughts, positivity, man.
Big up Bilal every single time. And people recognized you in the chat and said, yo, NBA speaking facts right now. NBA as usual, fire emojis. You know what I mean? I've said smash a like for Captain Bilal. We've got Colonel Zuberi. We've got Captain Bilal. Bilal, thank you very much as usual, bro. Inshallah, I'll speak to you soon in the private
Inshallah.
chat.
Take care, Colonel. Good night, everyone. Take care.
Take care, bro.
Look after yourself,
Chat to you in a bit.
You too, boys.
Told you we have to end on the Captain Bilal. If we got the Colonel and the Captain in unison, we're halfway there, people. I think we're more
Grizz,
than halfway there.
bro. I'm telling you right now. When we started the show, good day, by the way, good show. Some of the callers comment the injury definitely stained them. You know what I mean? But we're like, bro, we got detergent for that. We can remove them stains. And that's what Bilal comes in and show people like, yo, like I'm trying to emphasize the depth that we have. Now, the depth isn't the City's depth of late, where it's world-class players coming in for world-class players. We have able players coming in and not missing a beat. And that cannot be overstated. It cannot be overstated, man. So I'm not saying, yo, we're going to get hat-tricks off the bench. But the guys that they come in, Grizz, they come in, they do their job, do it well, come off the pitch. You know what I'm saying? They keep their head up. Klopp gives them a nice, warm embrace. And we'll go on to the next game, man. Chelsea game, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting.
I might take the Monday off, is what I'm saying.
You're not going to do one of them Nat Raj ones and then what's the other Man United fan if they don't turn up? You're turning up to the call-in. You're turning up to the call-in show, bro. I'm telling you now, I'm going to drag you. Regardless, I ain't facing the public on my own. We need to get flogged together. Sharing is caring, brother. Sharing is caring. But listen, we got to end it, man, because, 3-hour maximum, and now we've gone overtime. It's been a marathon show. It's been a marathon title race. We're coming up to the closing line. 14 games to go, people. People saying 14 or 13 games to go.
Well, 13 for us, 14 for City, 13 for Arsenal. But it's the 2-horse race because, like I said, anyway you write the match down. You know what?
as a Liverpool fan, this is how I should end my wild statements or factual statements today. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I have to put City to the sword. And I'm not backing City to then recover that by beating Arsenal. So Arsenal have an obligation to put them to the sword. If Arsenal and Liverpool put City to the sword, what I'm saying holds true. If Liverpool let me down, then what I've been saying is kind of a waffle. You see what I'm trying to say, Grizz? So we have an obligation to put City to the sword and make this a two-horse race.
That's how we're going to end it, people. This has been an epic Call-In Khan show. This is the Colonel. This is the Captain. Peace out. Take care.